Within each and every role player lives this homeless character who wants nothing more than to quiet the heartbeat of every living thing that stands in his way. Today we celebrate this all too familiar character with...
Well now, looky here. It's the Murder Hobo Show.
All right, Father Muckers. Welcome to the last Parsec. I don't even know what we're doing today, but we are streaming now. Hopefully everybody's shit looks like it's in the right spot. No, looks like it's all off and everybody's all over the place. Is everybody in chat? And if they are, then why oh why is the chat not in the right spot? If I drag it down, does it change? Oh, maybe that's what it is. Arnie, Gordon, Cockwalk 6, Ziamara, no. Well, it is what it is. I do not have time screwing around with Discord and get her happening. So the names will just have to take it in the pooper today. That's all there is to it. Let's go to where we started off last time. We weren't at the trials. I don't know. This is my first time. I've never played this game before. I mean, unless I do that. Nope, that takes everything off, so that's not good. Now everything's completely missing. It's awesome. Where are we at here? We on this map? People on this map? Is anybody on this map? Oh, we are on this map. We concluded our last game, I believe, with you guys helping or rescuing Jerry Big Tits Comms. He told you that he was indebted to you for your saving his skin. But a rival gang tried to come in and take over his territory. I think old Jerry Big Tits is part of the cartel. I'm not 100% sure, but after you dropped off your gear for the Blood Runners, some kind of junk that you had in the back that needed to come to the drop zone, um, you rescued Jerry, and Jerry's like, "Yeah, I owe you one. I'll help you out. Something you need." So you pumped him for information, and he told you uh, about a guy named Warren Yates. Excuse me. He said that you could find Warren Yates in the mining dome. And he had mentioned something about Warren being the second in command for a guy that you're investigating whose name is Cetrium Dox. He's one of the three people who you have names for, three people that have escaped off the planet. So, Gordon, your arm is messed up or something like that, I think. Is it not? Uh, Excellent. All right, let me dole out some bennies. 2, 3. I'm gonna give old Charles there a couple more for making his character with the robotic arm, which is pretty sweet. And then I need to deal to myself 5 big fat bennies for me, because there's 5 of you scumbags, which I'll place in a pile over here. And not the action deck. Shuffle that up. Shuffle up the adventure card deck. This thing has been screwing me lately. Deal to all seeded players. Boom, boom. There you go. I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to check out your cards. Swap them around if you want, because that's a thing that you can do. And yeah, then you can tell me what it is you want to do while I screw around with my Discord and see what happens. I'm just gonna shut Discord down for a sec. I'll be right back. All right, close my Discord. Let's try opening Discord up again. All right, fix the names. Yay! Yay me. So I'm good at this. I'm good at this. Big John. Everybody say say hello to Big John Steve, who's running this sideshow. He said, "Morning, John. Shouldn't you be in church?" Right. He'd have this. He'd have you. Warrior's gift, and you need relief from constipation. What is that stuff? Plot? No. Plop, plop. Fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is. Hmm. Your turds are solid. Nice. Check it out, John Steve. They named this guy, and his name is Jerry Big Tits Calms, and it was not me that named this person that. It was Vay. She had a boob fetish. Hmm. She was probably watching boob porn on something or other. All right, so yeah, you guys talked to Jerry Big Tits Comms, and he told you about Warren Yates. Also, too, somebody had mentioned they're looking for maybe some cyber parts. After you drop off your goods here, sort out the gang that was trying to take over the drop zone. Um, you head back maybe to the Blood Runners or something like that. Run a couple more missions that we're not going to get into. Everybody has taken their advance, I'm assuming, or they're trying to figure it out. And we're going to say maybe a week passes or something like that. Where would you like to go? You want to go check out Warren Yates at the mining dome, see if you can't get some information. Look at this, options. Got options today. What's happening? You could go check out the factory and maybe look for some cybernetic parts. Do you have any money though? No. Do you have not not hearing player audio? Okay, hold on a second. Thanks, John Steve. I gotta put out. There we go. Now you should
And
hear
you
me.
always take favors. They would be level-headed. I was thinking about it.
My Gordon's
That's
got arms, so we gotta go to Cybernetic's place.
Is that your game
yeah.
plan? You want to go check out the factory?
I gotta get my boy's head straight.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
right. Let's go to do this.
So, yeah, I looked at team and probably level-headed. That would be it.
Oh, for a combat edge.
Yeah, is that a power you have or is that a card you picked?
I know it's a power.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think I got to. What? I thought I
there you
removed
go.
this map. Oh, that's not cool. Uh-oh. Oh,
There
it
we
doesn't
go
matter.
again.
Where's my iron
It's giving
gate?
me nightmares again.
So you guys are going to spend some time, hanging out at the Blood Runners, doing your business, hanging out, fixing the hot rod. Of course, everybody. Actually, I'm gonna get you guys to roll some repairs because she was just in a gunfight. So as you roll back to the Blood Runners and you meet up with, what was your connection's name again? Birch Ranzo. You're talking to him. You tell him what happened down at the drop zone. There was a gunfight. You met a guy named so and so, Jimmy Big Tits, and Jimmy gave you some information about a guy named Warren Yates. And he's like, "Yeah, sounds like a good lead. Let me see if I can't get you something going to the mining dome." And after about a week or so, you guys are doing some repair work on the wagon and making sure you patch up the bullet holes and clean the blood splatter off the hot rod. That Birch comes out and he's like, "Ooh, I finally got it. There's a delivery that you're gonna make to the mining dome." I don't know why he sounds like this, but he does. And yeah, you guys are like, "Screw it, we're gonna go down and check out some cyberware because we need to get Gordo an arm." So you head off to this place called the factory. Now the factory, as you could tell, is a bunch of sort of separate buildings. You've got the sort of the cybernetic place right here with the helicopter pad on the roof. As you pull up and park your hot rod outside, actually, give me some repair rolls. I want to see if you guys repaired your wagon. Who's sort of the chief in charge of keeping the truck up and running?
Whoever's got repair.
I got repair.
Well, somebody better get after it.
Can we
Can
just
we
pay
help out?
someone, Christ?
I can talk someone into repairing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could probably sweet talk if you want to give me a persuasion roll. You could probably sweet talk Gary into fixing it. I mean,
Oh yeah,
all you
that's
got,
right, Gary at the shop.
right?
Yeah,
All you
he's
got
a
to do is
mechanic,
turn
right?
around. He's right there.
Got me a success.
Well, that's good enough. It's good enough to fix a couple of bullet holes, pull out a few dents, grease the truck up, make sure she's in top running condition. Maybe you scavenged a few parts off of something, but everything seems to be good. The truck's running, purring like a kitten, as Bertrando likes to say, which is a really weird saying. You roll down to the factory complex. Let me see if I can't find a little bit of information on the factory here in my PDF,
It's a cool
so
map.
that I can spread it out. So Well,
Oh yeah.
With the
Very nice.
holograms and the ad signs and stuff.
that's the
Try to
factory.
cyberpunk it up, eh?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's got some cool little signs. There's even actually a little pair of cybernetic boots outside of the whatchamacallit, outside of the store. See them right here? It's little cyber legs.
Oh, is that what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Mick
That's
stud.
total,
It looks like
yeah, the Mr.
it looks like
Satisfaction
Mick.
implant. That's right, from Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
I love the Mick stud 3.0. Big John stud implant. When you
Not
really got to
actual
give it a
size.
name.
All night, every night.
Every night.
64. I think I got to go back a little bit farther. So this place, where is my information on the factory? Is run by a dude by the name of Lord Thrax. And what you know of good old Lord Thrax is that he runs this place, and he's mostly made up of cybernetic bits and stuff like that. This place was built, put together by. It's called the factory because there's a bunch of like people that have mechanical skills and stuff like that. They all came here. They got the scrubbers up and running, and they fixed stuff. History. Where is points of interest? The factory. Enforced neutrality zone. So it's hard to conduct business in a war zone. After losing too many customers and too much potential merchandise in scav gang warfare, the Machine Syndicate is the place that runs this, the group that runs this. They established a corridor between Relics Point and the factory, as well as a narrow band around the factory itself, where open violence is prohibited. Thrax's cyborg enforcers patrol the area. So if you try and get yourself into a fight or something like that, usually somebody will come along and put a big fat stop to it, and you'll get your face smashed in, which is cool by me. The Machine Syndicate's headquarters is a jumble of connected buildings in the eastern quadrant of the Poison Zone. The Syndicate's technicians keep these buildings powered and their built-in scrubbers operational. The area is covered in cameras and other surveillance equipment. Rumor has it that Lord Thax uses his cybernetic connections to monitor these security feeds so that he can see whatever is happening in his territory. The complex includes the following points of interest. I gotta move my deal out of the way here. So the first one is going to be the company store. So the company store is this building in the back corner over here. I'll put a little arrow over it. What you guys know through the grapevine is that people that work for the factory, that work in here or work for Thrax directly, don't have to purchase through the sales office. You can access the company store where rumor has it they got a wider range of items that are available, and if you work for the company, you can get them for anywhere from 20 to 40% off. You might even be able to barter for stuff if you want. You'll just have to work for it. The foundry.
Or we get an inside guy.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows how
Or
you're
a
going to
girl.
roll? The foundry has a small factory. I'm not sure which building it's one of these ones. Either the one in the back or the one in the middle is the foundry. The Syndicate has a small foundry where it turns Relium into tools and hand weapons. Although they're expensive, there's some of the only items that haven't been cobbled together from century-old parts. They're made from new stuff because somehow they're getting Relium here. They can also create stuff if you need it, but it's extremely costly. There's a hospital. I'm going to say that the hospital is probably this
Along the
building
gate,
in the
the
middle.
landing pad.
Yep, it's going to be the hospital. So the small hospital left over from the first colony is Lord Thrax's crown jewel. He uses this facility to mess with his upgrades and stuff, practice his cybernetic technology skills, etc., etc. And it's also rumored that if you've got some cool cybernetics that he wants, you may end up going missing. He's been known to yeah, show up with some cyberware that he didn't have before. But that's the hospital building. So you would go in there. There's a little store in the front of this place over here. Hospital areas in the back. That's where you have some surgery. And the office. There's an office and a reclamation center. So the office is where you would haggle for parts. Probably this building in the front. Who knows? Who cares? It's just where you go to do some stuff, talk about buying some parts. You don't get to go to the back spot because that's where the salespeople or the people that work there are. And then there's a reclamation center where scraps come into the factory, which is probably, say, this building over here. And I think Lord Thrax might live up in this little penthouse. Who knows? But he's up there somewhere looking around. You'll notice that on the roof there's little cyborgs, people that have been cybernetically implanted. They're kind of walking around on patrol and shit like that, keeping this place on lockdown. So, yeah, that is the factory complex. There you go. Gordo, let's go with you. Seeing as how you got a broken hand, what are you gonna do?
They're all businessmen, right? So, I mean, we should be able to theoretically just walk up to the front door in the store and say, "Hey, listen, uh, need an arm."
Oh,
Right? I
that
mean,
is too funny.
they're in a business. Like, this isn't like a compound where they're not. I mean, I get that it's all being patrolled and all that, but it's also being run as a business. They can't just be fucking shooing everybody off. So one would think we can approach them and say, "Hey,
Yep.
here's I ain't got coin, but I hit shit happened." And
Part of our business was to bring a delivery here, right?
Yeah, we had business here.
You have business in the mining dome.
No.
Ah.
All right. I thought
Which brings us.
Birch said he was going to give us some stuff to bring to the factory since we were going that way.
Oh, no, well, it was your choice. You did a little bit of cyber thing. I told you, Pete, you fucking dick. You had choices.
It was going to the mine for the job that Birch mentioned.
Oh, okay.
This is kind of a side thing to get Gordon all patched up.
Yes.
We don't even need to do this, right? We don't even need
Yes.
to do this.
Yes. She feels indebted to you. Definitely Zirmara's all for this. And as Six says, get your mind in a better place. I 100% agree.
I see
Yeah,
how
after
having
that
one
shit
hand
show
might hurt you.
yesterday.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, listen, he was.
Oh, here we go. Here comes. Oh,
Game was off a little bit. That's all. All he needed was a good nap.
Well, we explore our options.
Yeah, but I mean, we're here now, and Gary's already put up this lovely map and already explained everything. It'd be a bit of a dick move to say no. Let's go to the dome. So,
but let us inquire. The worst they could say is no to us. They wish to make money or credits. We can speak to them and see what we can get, what we can arrange.
Oh, what happened to this
what we
token?
need to do.
I have a couple
Wow.
things I can put up as well in my equipment bag. We could barter for stuff or exchange services. We shall see.
Excuse me, sir. We're new here, and our GM is stingy. What will you take instead of credit?
Well,
Wow.
I mean, we do have barter. I'm assuming some of us have some stuff to put up. I'm definitely my fault. I'm definitely putting up some stuff.
Where
I ain't too
is?
sure what we've got left. I'm pretty sure what's his nuts gave up everything. We were looking for those parts that day. Gordo ain't great. He's like, "Here's a box of stuff, and just give me what I need."
I have quite a bit. We do have to still have the synaptic teacher, right? Or did we give that up? Because I thought we could always offer that up too. That he might be something he might be interested in. Be a good return for your arm.
Do
Just
you
saying.
know if there is anything? Is there a cyber arm that you can get in one of the books? I did a search for arm.
No, I looked yesterday when you told me. Remember, we had that discussion. You told me to look it up, and
Yeah.
I looked up. There's things that give you trait bonuses, which could bonus any trader skill. But
you can also look at it from the point of like, say, and I know this is everyone's favorite setting is the Freedom Squadron. They they have just prosthetic limbs, and they don't give you any bonuses or nothing. It's just basically replacing your missing limb. So no added bonuses, no negatives. Just you got your limb back. I mean, that's how I kind of looked at the direction of this thing. I'm not looking to beef it up and have a fucking cannon and stuff hanging off. It just he needs a second arm for swinging.
All right.
Mhm.
Well, you
I
walk
mean,
into
that's
the.
one way of doing it, and then you pay whatever for it, and we just do it.
All right. You walk into the little cybernetic hospital area there. Or where are you going to? Are you going to the shop? Are you going to the into the front of the hospital here, or maybe well, you go into the office, or you would go into the building that the employees work in, right? Before you go into the hospital and get your work done.
Yeah, one would
You,
think whatever the front desk is where you do the talking and make the
Yeah.
arrangements.
all
There
Yeah,
right.
must be some
does
sort
it
of
have a welcome
reception.
center?
Yeah,
Yeah,
reception
it would be
hall.
in this building back here. You go in
Yeah.
there and stuff like that. They got a bunch of parts on display and stuff. And yeah, there's this old lady sitting behind the counter. She adjusts her glasses as she walks in there. Who's going in? Gordo? I guess everybody.
Oh yeah,
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 yeah.
pretty much right.
She as you walk in, she's sitting behind the desk and she's writing over some papers and whatnot. She adjusts her glasses and she looks up. She's like, "Holy shit! Is that a friggin' what a cow, man? What's going on here? What do you want?" She kind of reaches down. You see her put one hand down underneath the countertop as she adjusts her glasses with the other hand. "You there, cowman? What are you doing here?"
Well, I'm told this is the place to go. You see, because I had two arms, and now I got one, and I like to have two again. So I was
Okay.
told this is the place. This is the place to go to get that other one, replaced.
Slowly, her hand comes out from underneath the countertop, and she sets it up there. She's like, "I see. You're here to buy some parts, are you? Okie dokie. Looking for an arm. Let me see." And she grabs this book and thuds it down on the table. This great big dusty old tome. Starts scanning through the pages, and you're thinking to yourself, "Why is it dusty?" And then you realize, as you're in this area, this factory complex, you didn't really notice it before, but you are in the outskirts of the poison zone and you're in this factory place. So there's kind of like soot and stuff all over from where they smelt ore and all the smoke coming out of all the different buildings and shit like that. So she pounds it down on the table. A big cloud of smoke rolls out from underneath it. She starts skimming through it and she's looking and she's like, "Whoa, just a regular arm. You're not
Well, I
looking
mean,
for anything fancy, are you? Maybe some
not
little like
not
personal
fancy.
rocket launchers built into it, maybe a
No,
laser
I just
gun, lockpick
no, I
fingers."
don't. No, I'm not fancy like that. I just need basically like this one, but over there.
So
Just a big beat arm. That's what I need.
she's kind of like skimming through her book a little bit. She's like, "Oh, we got prosthetic legs, prosthetic wieners. We got one scrotum, one testicle, eyeballs, cybernet. Oh, here it is." She points down, and she's just looking at one page, right? In this big book. She points down to it. She's like, I'm afraid we don't have any just regular prosthetic arms around here, but I can probably attach this gigantic back scratcher."
Jesus.
She points to it over on the wall, and it's essentially like, you ever see those winter mittens that don't have fingers in it? You know what I
Oh
mean?
my
No,
God.
It's
Yes.
like it's like an arm that's got one of those. It's kind of like it maybe got a spatula on the end of it. And she's
oh,
like,
good.
"Yeah, this came in last week. Somebody found it out in the poison zone and they brought it in. All the arms, I guess, things, it's pretty violent around here, so we don't often get parts. I mean, if you find somebody with a cybernetic arm, just rip it off and bring it in, and we could do a custom replace job. But honestly, right now, all I got is this spatula arm right here, and it
Does
Huh.
makes
the spatula arm have at least opposable thumb?
no, but it does have flippy fingers." And she goes over and grabs onto it, walks over and sets it down on the table with this great big thunk, katoosh. And she grabs some kind of weird little battery pack and hooks it up to a couple of wires in the arm shoulder area of this thing. And yeah, you see the little spatula just kind of goes as it folds over on itself. So, she's like, "Check this out," and she puts her pen on it or something like that, and she flicks it, and it flicks really fast, and it goes sort of flying across the room as she flicked it off into made the little paddle fingers pop over.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
the pen
not
went shooting
too
across the room.
sure. I ain't
Oh,
too
come
sure
on.
this can be good for the hitting and the beating that I do. So I'll tell you what, I'll go with option 2 and keep my eyes open for something in the field and bring it back. That
Listen,
works.
listen here. What's wrong with your arm anyway? What
It
happened?
ain't there.
You got it blowed right off?
It ain't
I
there.
It's there, isn't it? I mean, it's just not working.
No, I'm
Probably
pretty sure.
shut
No,
it.
we said it sheared right up.
Okay.
Yeah, it kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They cauterize right away.
The laser cauterized it right off.
It was a camping accident.
So
Yes, most definitely.
Why don't you tell me what
Just
happened?
looking for
I enjoy a good cybernetic implant story. Tell me all about
oh
it.
well,
Very specific
see,
genre.
yeah. So let's see here. Well, there was. I'm trying to remember this myself.
Who was the son of a bitch that cut that arm off?
It was when
And
it was.
I raised my hand.
We were in the middle of a.
See,
We were in
Amara
the
raises
middle of
her
a
hand.
fight. There was a big fat guy in a suit, and we're fighting him. And I fell over in shearing pain and looked down, and well, damn, there's my arm. So,
Why didn't you just pick it
oh,
up and take it to the hospital? They could have probably put it right back on.
It was my fault. I
maybe.
was trying to save people, and Gordon, with his huge size, jumped in front. Or no, that's not true. It's my aim. It was off, and instead of taking out
Why
the
you making up
enemy in front.
stories, you arm shooting off bitch?
That is right. That's exactly what I did,
Hmm?
You arm
Yeah.
shooting
and
off,
I
bitch.
regret
Hey,
it.
nice.
Yeah, that's right.
No need to be.
You just keep them guns holstered there, cross-eyed shooter.
I have no problem with my eyes. My aim, perhaps another matter.
Hmm. I'm skimming through the cybernetic gear book. There really isn't a lot of stuff in the sci-fi companion.
Yeah.
You wanna put a flamethrower on there? I got a flamethrower we could probably attach to that thing.
No, just looking for an arm.
Just a regular old everyday arm. Let me go check out back in the junk pile.
Nope, I mean preferably kind of like this one here, just on the other side. See?
Well, we don't have anything big and gray like that. What color are you anyway? Are you like blue gray, or is that gray? Everything around here gets covered in heavy dust. I can't tell if you're dirty or if you're just a weird color, you big ape-looking weirdo.
Well, let's see. He's gonna wipe off a good part of his chest there. That color right there.
Oh, she's like, that's getting me a little frosty downstairs,
Oh,
sweetie.
sexy time.
That's right. You know it. It's been a while since I had my cybernetic implant tickled a little particle accelerated, if you know what I mean. Oh,
You
brother.
should see his penis.
She what? Tell me
That
all
thing
about it.
That thing dragging along the ground? Yes.
She likes those
That is
stories.
not a leg. It is a
She-
fifth appendage.
I mean, yeah, he only has one arm but 5 legs.
She kind of turns sideways a little bit, and you hear this as she kind of scoots sideways. You notice that she doesn't have a gait. She just kind of like went sideways, like she's sitting on a chair or something like that. And she scoots over about 5 feet and looks down between your legs, and she's like, "Why are you walking around with your dingus hanging out?"
That's yeah.
Right.
We don't wear pants.
Don't
is what it is.
don't you have any kind of self stuff things make you what your dingus is just hanging out? Aren't you worried you're going to get your dingus shot off?
Well, that's what the arm was in the way for.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't get that other arm knocked off. Know what I mean? Look at the size of that thing. Holy
Yes, definitely.
guacamole!
It's what I call putting the thorax in the thorax.
You want to sell that thing? I bet you I could get you a good price for your dingus.
Oh no, I'm good. Just the arm would be fine.
All right. Do you want me to go check out in the back and see if we got something laying around?
If you don't mind, that'd be great.
All right. Sometimes we don't. She's staring at your wiener as she talks and adjusting her glasses. She's like, sometimes we don't get everything written in the books, and things show up, and I don't put them in here. Oh, gee willikers. I'll be
Put 'em
back
somewhere else.
Can you give me 5 minutes? I'll be right back. And she grabs some kind of weird tool off the shelf, turns around, and she goes scooting down this alley. And as soon as she backs away from the counter, you notice her bottom half isn't actually a pair of legs. It's like she's on like a wheel kind of a thing. She's like a unicycle. So she's half human, half unicycle. And
Oh
she
my
just,
god.
Wow.
she simmers down the little back alley, and away she goes into the back. You can hear some noise in the back. Sounds like oh, oh, giant horse wiener. And then a few minutes later, she comes back and she throws this thing on the counter. She's like, "Look what I found!" Just so happens I got this rusty ass piece of crap. Must have been sitting out underneath a pile of garbage. But when I was back there, I found some fingers underneath the pile of garbage, and here it is right here. So she throws it on the counter, and it's exactly what you're looking for. She goes, I don't know how good this thing's going to work. And she hooks it up to the battery and she starts messing around with some of it. A couple of the servos don't work, so some of the fingers are kind of inoperative. But she's like, look, there's two good fingers and the thumb still works, so that's kind of good. You might be able to slap this thing on, get some stuff done. But you probably be shooting and swinging, and it'll be a while since you touch your donkey with it. You know what I mean? And she scoots sideways again. She looks back down at your giant dong. She's like, I can't believe you're walking around with your wiener and your ball sack hanging out. So weird.
Well,
It's
he lost his pants in the crash, and well, we haven't found any appropriately sized clothing for him.
Right, because
Do
we
you
don't
know
know which
how
way to
hard-
go.
How hard it is to find Orax clothing on this planet?
How Orax? She's like, there's a couple around here. Couldn't you get some hide shorts or something like that? Cover that thing up. Damn. It's been a while since an old lady like me has kind of made this much gravy.
Lube the tire.
Well, you gotta keep those wheels greased somehow.
I hold
Right.
back the vomit in my mouth and my throat as it rises up. I swallow. Perhaps,
Like-
Goblin, you can take one for the team.
I could sell you this here for 2,000 coins, 2,000 Relium credits, unless you got something to trade.
And then did she wheel out and look at his, you know what?
Mm-hmm. She scoots
Uh.
sideways, looks down at his junk.
What's a Relium credit?
So Relium, there is actual coins that have been minted, and they're minted by the factory, this place here. But
Yeah, I was asking her.
oh, is that what you were doing? She's like,
Yeah.
what? You pink-haired frickin' weirdo? What's wrong with you? You don't know what a damn credit
Thanks.
is? She reaches into her pocket, pulls out a handful of coins, and she sets one down. She's like, look here, they're minted by the factory, and every one of them's got a good goddamn number right on top of it to tell you what number it was made at. Now, this here is a Relium coin that's worth about 10 credits. You're going to need
Okay.
200 of these things here, or we could barter. Most of the stuff on Iron Gate here down in the quadrants and stuff like that is just bartering because there's just not enough money to go around. People don't make it and have it and stuff like that. But if you work for the factory, you get paid in credits and coins. And this here is one of them. And if you get enough of these, I will give you this arm. And that's how it works, Sweetie. Hey,
All right, I have a
ain't
few
you
of these, but
a
not
cute little
not
thing.
the amount required.
How is it you keep your hair dyed that funny color while you're down here?
Well, we just arrived. We're new recruits.
Oh, I see. Because, I don't see your roots showing yet. Is your hair naturally like a purple color?
No, that was a chemical accident.
Oh, is it? Can you tell me all about it? I do like me a good chemical accident story.
Well, we were. I'm not sure if you remember it. The Scav crew. You remember those
Uh,
guys?
I know
You
what
ever
what a scav gang member is.
of
Hells
them?
yeah, that's how I lost
Yeah.
my legs. Scav gang
Well,
came
when
in.
we first got there, we got in a tussle with those guys, and they shot the radiation and chemical goo all over us.
Oh, you got gooed on by a scav gang member. Damn, turned your hair purple.
Oh
Last
no,
time.
my hair was purple already, but the dye kind of seeped in, so now it kind of grows out this way now.
Well, ain't that something? That sure saves on the hair salon bills, don't it? And she runs her hair through her fingers through her curly gray hair, pushes her glasses up. She's like, I lost my color many years ago. In fact, I think it was shortly after I landed here on Iron Gate. Scav gang members came at me, shot me right in the cooch hole, blew my damn legs right off. Got it all
Hmm.
fixed up though. Checking out. I got me a wheel. She starts scooting around. She's like, folks around here call me Linda Hot Rod. That's my name. You can
Oh, right.
call me Hot Rod.
Well, there was a
And
downside to the chemical thing, because all my hair is purple now.
oh well, all my hairs is white, so I guess we're kind of in the same boat there, cutie. Coo coo. So what do you
Choo-choo.
say? Yeah, that's sorry. It's a nervous tick. Are you making fun of me, bitch?
Yeah, sure.
You're like, yeah, sure. Yes, you're
Bitch.
making fun of her. She's like, I don't take kindly to making fun of people making fun of my nervous twitch. I get a little nervous around big dinguses, and she scoots sideways and
You,
checks
you
out Gordon's
could
big
you
package. What?
Takes another look.
What
could
do you
you
want? You
could you
arm
could you
shooting, rootin' tootin' bitch?
could you give us a moment since you're looking for some credits for this? We'd like to discuss. And I just turned everybody. Let's figure this out.
Right.
And
She scoots off and plugs herself in for a little time for a recharge, and
I bet
she
she does.
shoots down to the side of the counter and fucking plugs a little wall socket into her hip, a little plug in. Boop. You see some green lights going across where her crotch would be, like a Cylon.
in
She's like,
what
"Ugh."
what what can we put up as collateral? What do we have?
Well, I have 200 credit.
I have 250. What about the synaptic teacher? Do we still have that? Can we offer that up as well? It is worth value. If we are not using it, might as well
Well,
use it to
I
save
guess.
Gordon's arm.
Well, you guys have seen this thing that she's got on the table there, Arnie. Is this thing even worth it? I mean, you're the mechanic, fix 'em guy.
Yeah,
Think you can
I'm
keep
sure.
that thing running?
Can I look at it?
You sure can. You
Assess it.
want Yep. Give me some kind of knowledge check, or just make a smarts roll and take a peek at it.
I'll take a smarts roll.
One would say that's a smart thing to do.
All right, that's a
The,
success. Being that you're really not 100% sure what it's actually worth, you're looking at this thing and you're like, it could work. It'll pass for an arm all day long, put you right back to normal. There might be an odd chance on a critical fail that it might do something weird. You're poking it
Oh
and
yeah,
shit
that's
like that. It's hooked up to bash, and you hear, you be careful with that over there. That's valuable merchandise, plant man. What the hell? Man,
all right.
and then she kind of looks over and she's like, "Holy shit, what is that in the back corner? Get the cockroach spray. It's right there under the counter."
I'll stop laughing.
Does that thing talk, or you just walk around? Is that your pet or something?
Oh, it doesn't talk, but he's with us.
Oh Jesus, has it got a name? What do you call that thing? Fluffy or something?
Cock, cock,
Say it again.
cockwad.
What's that? You're far away. I can't hear you. Did
What
you say?
cock?
Did you say cock cock? Hello?
yeah. Cock.
That's right. Yep.
Oh, sure is a lot of
You
wiener
heard
talk all of a sudden in this adventure. This was really weird. It's not so. I don't even haven't even had my first cup of Java. You guys are getting me all soiled.
Hmm.
Oh.
Mon Dieu. Tabarnak.
A little pour cup. We'll join you.
Yes,
Synoptic teacher. I found it here. It's in the core book. Your synoptic teacher is worth about 1,000 credits.
Well, we could put this up. Gang, what do you think? This could be something that could be beneficial for his arm. If you're not using it, might as well get something for it.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's $1,000 credit. We can haggle. Perhaps 6. You can do the haggling, and then
Yeah, I bet a speeder too.
I have 250 credits. I can donate as well.
I have coin from Santa's ship. I don't know what that translates to.
I have a
Um,
pistol. 9mm pistol. No, I think I gave the 9mm pistol away. I'm not sure.
you got some cash money from Santa's
Yep.
ship that I don't remember about. We didn't count it or anything.
I know. I have 250 credits is written on my sheet.
I have
No.
300 credits and then 500 coin.
Okay, so 500 coin. Each coin is worth 1 credit. Or sorry,
Hold on, let
10
me do the
credits.
math. Hold on.
10 credits. You don't have to. You just add a
Ooh.
0 on it, dummy. Fuck around. Just add a goddamn 0 on it. It's a Relium coin. What are you, stupid? Frickin' floor and plant people. I don't know what, man. I thought they were smart, could count and shit. That thing talks too.
Oh, no.
I have 200 credits that I wrote down a long time ago.
Yes,
What a-
So that's
you
probably
know what?
not that.
Out of game, I think we got those when we scavenged the ruins. We got to do that a little more often. That's where we find all that neat gear. That's where
What
it came
a
from.
good goddamn motley crew. You got a cockroach, a frickin' sunflower, a horseman, a purple-haired lady, and a 4-armed frickin' woman that can't shoot to save her frickin' 4th arm. What a
Well,
crew.
What
here,
a
let me-
shame on that back
But
neck.
what we do have is
Yeah.
this learning device.
Oh, what's
And this
that?
learning
What's that you got
device-
there?
Yeah, it's a learning device, and it will teach you how to control
You know-
people's minds.
She
Uh-huh.
unplugs herself from the wall and scoots back over. She picks it up. She looks at it. She's like, "This is an old model. This is version 1. Would you find this in some kind of 500-year-old wreck out in a junkyard? What am I going to do
Actually,
with this
we found
thing?"
it on an alien ship, and it's been modified. It's not like a normal one. It can
Modified
teach you how
how?
to control minds.
Say what? Ooh, she
Are you not
looks at
hearing
it
me?
for a
It tells you
second.
how to control minds.
Oh, she's like, "I hear you just fine. I ain't deaf just 'cause I'm old." Listen here. Teach me how to control. So you mean I can make people do things with this thing attached? Is that what you're trying to tell me there, young lady?
Sure. Let me prove it to you. And I'm gonna
Okay.
cast mind rating.
All right,
Hold
tell
on.
me what
No,
I'm thinking about.
All right, let me roll here.
Wait. Do you need a raise on that? Or no? Is it better if you get a raise? Oh, never
No,
mind.
she's just got to roll against that. A smart roll
Okay.
against the 6.
Oh,
Beautiful.
okay. So yeah, you sort of
Sounds
peer
like
into
hard
her
on-
mind, and
Oh,
you know,
God.
she's having all these weird thoughts about controlling people, and you know, maybe making into some kind of power situation where she could get out of selling parts behind the counter and maybe move up the chain and stuff. That's sort of what you get. And then there's a lot of like her and Gordon getting after it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, there's one scene in particular that. Never mind.
What?
You started this. Keep going.
So you're scanning through her mind, and she's running through all these possibilities of different people that she could take advantage of, people that have fucked her over in her life, people that she doesn't like, and she's like, "Oh, I could make this guy do this. Maybe I could make a feller walk off a wall." And then she looks down and sees Gordon's dong, and you just have this vision of her bent over the counter, the little robotic back hatch down, and Gordon's mounting her like a big fucking giant stallion. And they're going at it. And that's immediately when you pull the plug in this bad boy and you're like, what the hell did I just get myself into? She's like, what was I thinking?
Well, you were thinking about making some guy walk off a thing?
What?
Yeah. And you were thinking about boning my friend here.
Oh, good gravy. You got me all sauced up again. Listen here. That's pretty fancy shit. What do you want for that there, that synoptic teacher? I might be able to, how about we trade 1 for 1? I'll give you this here arm with the broken fingers for that there old school synoptic teacher, class 1, version 1. With
Can we
that
get it
chip.
installed too?
I want that. Well, you'll have to go over to the hospital and have that taken care of. But I do have a little bit of sway. Maybe I put that thing on my head right there and I go over and make him do it.
You know, I think it's worth a lot more than that, but you've kind of caught us in a desperate situation, so I guess we'll give it up for the arm.
Oh, sounds like you got yourself a deal there, sweetheart. She quickly grabs it out of your hand and slides the rusty arm across the table. And she's like, "Listen, I'll do you one more solid, seeing as how this thing here is going to make me, it's gonna be good for, don't tell nobody around these parts here that I got this thing. I'd appreciate that. And
I
I'll
won't
just,
tell. And now, just so you know, it takes a few days of training before you can get good at it.
oh, I got
So,
nothing but
so
time.
don't test it on anyone until you've gotten it mastered, or
Oh, okay,
you may give away your advantage.
okay. That sounds good to me. I appreciate the knowledge. Well, how did you get it to work so fast?
Well, I'm a Saren.
Well, I don't know what that means.
Sarens are naturally gifted with mind control.
So what you're saying is wait, what? You're not trying to run one past me here, are you?
No, of course not. We found it on an alien ship that crashed here. It's been modified.
Yeah, but
Correct. I found it myself.
if you got
No,
some innate ability
no,
to cast.
I used it to learn mind control, but I was able to do it in just a couple of days. A human like yourself might take about a week or two.
Oh, I got you, sweetheart. All right. Well, you seem like a trustworthy young lady, although you are kind of riding with a weird-looking gang of fucking misfits. I tell you what, it sounds like a good deal to me. Let me see if I can. She picks the phone up, dials the number, doot, 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 doot. And yeah, after a couple of seconds, you can hear she's chatting with somebody. She's like, "I got somebody coming over. This great big horse cock-looking feller. Think his name's Gordon, they call him, something like that. He's some kind of weird blue-skinned fella. He's gonna be right over. He's got this arm I need you to put on. Yeah, and then after a few minutes, she finishes her conversation. She's like, "Looks like you're all set. They can get you right in. What are you standing
All
around
right,
for? Get going. Get out of my shop." She away she goes. She wheels into the back, and you can see her fitting the device on her head before she even gets into the back. Rolls around the back corner. She's
Nice.
trying to put this thing on and shit like that. Oh, Pete disconnected. Where's Pete? Pete's in England.
Oh, Pete.
Yeah. I think he might be having issues.
Did he
Probably
say
gonna
anything in Discord?
He hasn't said much. No. I think he posted a couple things, but I didn't see anything.
Yeah, best thing he posted was a cock.
Pete said there's too much horse cock in this game. I'm out.
Peace out. I don't
That's
blame
one
him.
big horse cock.
I feel the same way. Okay, so you head over to the hospital. You walk in, and a small Callian four-armed guy comes up. He's wearing some kind of medical robes. And he's like, "Hello, I have been waiting for you."
Big with a French accent. I determined it's a French accent, not an Asian one.
Please,
Oh, wow.
come this way. I will fix you right up.
Wow.
Hey, mon Dieu.
Sounds like we're in Vancouver.
Mhm.
Oh.
So you
Save
head
it
into
up.
the back room. I don't know if there's a roll that I'm going to get you to make to see if this thing attaches well, how well it takes. But let's do maybe a spirit roll, I think, to see if just to see how you hold up during this operation. He grabs you by your good hand. This little Callie, and he's a small little thing, 5 feet tall. He's got a little light on his head and shit like that, little cyber eye, a long flowing coat that's made out of some weird synthetic material that shimmers in the light. As you're walking back, he's talking to you a little bit. He's like, "Oh, you're coming this way. I heard you had a bad accident where you got arm shot off. Oh, that's not good. Who do that to you?" And he's trying to make small conversation, but
Try
he
to make
leads
small talk.
right. He leads you to this table. Before you know it, he's got some weird kind of green goop, and he's like, "Who do that to you?" And then he just pokes you with this thing, and that's the last thing you remember. Boom, you go down.
Awesome. All right. So spirit and or vigor, they're both the same for me. Roll it.
Wow. Wow.
That's
Nice.
it for
Ooh.
good rolls for the day, though.
All
That's
right,
it. I'm
Gordon.
done. Nope.
That's fantastic, buddy. You hit that with the raise. So you your eyes flutter too. This guy's standing over top of you, and he's like, "You never told me who took your arm off. What happened? You pass out, big pussy. You know, like the drugs? Look." He's like, "Ha ha ha." He laughs a little bit. He's like, "I think everything working. You try." And yeah, so you make your smarts roll, your spirit roll. You feel like it's your natural arm. Everything seems to be working. There's a couple of fingers that don't really bend. They're rusty a little bit, or the servos aren't working all the way, so you can't get a good complete grasp on it. But every finger seems to be working, and you got yourself a solid gripping arm, and you're good to go. I'm going to give you a +1 to doing things with that arm.
Oh,
Just
nice.
because you rolled with the raise. So yeah, if you do things with your cybernetic arm. Now, did we say it was left or right arm?
It was a left.
Okay, so it's your offhand then, I'm assuming.
Yep.
All right, so if you punch somebody or make a two-handed, two-weapon, or not a two-weapon attack, yeah, I guess a two-weapon attack, or or you punch somebody with your left hand, I'm going to give you a +1 to your roll. You've got some some sweet, solid link up. This thing seems to be working. Besides the broken fingers and shit like that, seems to be working better than your old arm.
Neat.
I wonder how Gary was able to speak so well Asian.
I got a lot of practice.
That's
I have Asian kids in my deal here.
Yeah.
It's funny how these fucking Russian bloggers or these weird Russian names show up in my YouTube channel. I gotta figure out how to get rid of that and stop people from posting stupid shit. All right, so you guys,
I was
get
wondering if I could pass by
Go
the
ahead.
reception. Can I pass by the reception? I had a couple of questions to ask her after. I was waiting for the surgery to be done. Once
there's
Gordon
no
was
reception.
set up.
The small Asian guy is in this building, and if you want to go back and talk to Hot Rod, she's in a different building.
Yeah, that's exactly where I want to go and speak to her.
You want to go
Briefly.
back and okay?
Can I
Yeah.
ask real quick how much he charges to do implants normally?
This Asian guy,
Yeah.
That's a good question.
he looks at her, or he looks at you, and he's like, "Well, this one is free because you got but you $1,000 implant, $1,000 implant, 2-for-1 special on Saturday. You come in Saturday night, very slow.
Uh-huh.
You need something done, plant man? You look like you. That's a nice cybernetic arm. You better not get caught on camera. Lord Thrax have third arm.
Mm-hmm.
You go missing. Rumor says.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, Lord Thrax.
Why?
What do you mean why? He's the big boss
Why?
man. He get what he want. He like your cyber arm. All of a sudden he have cyber arm. You know where to be found.
Oh, I have a sock puppet I put over it for disguise.
You've spent the last
Plant guy's
week
got
stitching
Kermit
up
the
a
frog in his back.
yeah. You've stitched up a sock puppet to slide over top of that thing. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
duly noted.
Oh, we totally need a performance roll out of you now.
I'm also thinking that you should probably give me some kind of maybe a smarts roll or something like that. Let's just see if this thing is actually repulsive and he's, maybe he's scared by it or something like that. Or maybe it's really good. No, that's a success. So it's mediocre. He looks at it, he's like, nice cover. He goes, I have one on my golf club. Ha ha ha, Rook. And then he points over to the corner and he's got this set of golf clubs. He's like, you know golf? I pray. You want to play golf?
There's a course here?
Yes. I made it myself.
It's like mini golf.
Don't knock my little mini golf clubs. You know what they say. It's not about the size of the course. It's about the swing, the motion of the swing. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, I've only heard certain people say that.
All right. So you want cybernetic connection surgery? Hello?
Maybe.
What
I
are
mean,
you
I've
looking
never
for?
looked at this cyber I've been carrying around since Darkwani died.
You want cyber wiener?
No. I'm assuming, Gary, at some point I've looked at the cyber I've been carrying around since Darkwani didn't need it anymore.
Okay. I don't even know what the hell a cyber eye does, but let's see if I can't find something in here. Control collar binders, Orax hoofwear. Ooh. What is this? Personal equipment.
Hoofwear.
Yeah, Orax have spent centuries developing and perfecting all-terrain hoofwear. It's so efficient and well designed that it serves well with numerous draft animals employed on lower tech worlds. Binders, electronic lockpick, organic gill, personal data
Is there a
transmission.
high heel version?
He's like, full. No, there isn't, and I'm just reading through the book, so I was going to answer as the doctor. Litigation, starships. I don't see anything about cyber eyeballs there.
Yeah,
All right.
under trait bonus usually. There's a
Plasma.
trait bonus thing in cyberware that'll usually that usually covers some of it at least, possibly.
Phenomena hide and action infravision. The creature detects and sees heat. Okay, so we could give you this. He looks at it and he's poking around for it for a bit. He goes, or do you want to show it to him, or what do you want to do? Like, what are you looking to get out
I'll
of
show
this
it to
deal?
him.
So yeah, he grabs onto it and he's like, "Oh, where you get this from? This one, nice one. Look." He's like, "All of these wires and stuff, connections and cables, come with me." He takes you into the back a little bit and he plugs all of these things into a computer. So there's a display monitor. He's like, "Look what you see with this thing. It shows you heat. You can zoom in and out like microscopic." And he points it towards his crotch, and he zooms in. He's like, "See, ha ha ha, mini golf club, ha 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 ha." Just kidding. Don't be asshole. Don't be racist. uh, he takes one of his tools and stuff like that, like a scalpel or something, and he holds it up to the lens, and he zooms in on it using the keypad for this computer, and you can literally see like all of the edge of the knife where it's been, shaved down to sharpen its edge and shit like that. You can see the striations in the metal along the edge. He's like, it's got the great zoom capabilities. You see like you wear binoculars up close, macro vision. Yes, I heard of this rumor from a book I read about things they got on old phones back when dummies used to carry around phones in their pockets centuries ago. He's like, they had this thing called camera called macro vision, where a camera would zoom in very, very close. You could see dust. This one even better. And yeah, and he's like, he punches another button and it kicks into to heat, and so it'll give you infravision. If you put it in your head, you'll be able to see heat,
How
zoom,
Very nice.
and binocular vision out of one eye.
how good are you working with Florians though?
I never done no work on plant, don't know where sensory receptors are, but you know what? I got a book I go read. And you see,
Yeah.
actually, you see him do. He walks over. He's like, "Hmm, do, 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 do." He's flipping through a Rolodex, and this Rolodex has all of these microchips in it. Do, do, do. He's like, Callion, Orax, ooh, insect people. And he looks over at Pete. Pete, are you here? Are you back? Hello, Pete.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't know.
back.
Oh, I just wanted to I haven't heard from you. He's
No,
like,
I
oh,
dropped off. I'm back.
right. You want out for a pint or something?
No, stupid internet.
Yeah, it's that freaking Brexit internet you got going on there. As he skims through his Rolodex of microchips, he pulls one out. And he's like, "Oh, Florian physiology. Very good." He presses a button on the side of his head. A little panel pops out, and he slides this chip in. And you see him kind of his eyes twitter for a second or two. He's like, "Okay, I could do now. Look, I know all Florian physiology. You
Great.
want a
Well,
surgery?
I
1,000
can't.
credits.
Yep, I have to come back to you. I don't have that kind of
Why I
money
put
right
this
now.
chip in my head?
I don't know. You were very enthusiastic. I didn't want to steal your fire.
Oh,
Well,
son
well,
of
hold on,
a
hold on. We might
bitch.
be able to partner since you already have the chip in your head and you're ready to do the surgery. Maybe go ahead and make the surgery, and we could owe you a favor.
You want to owe me a favor?
I'll play golf with you. I don't know.
I tell you what. I
The
think
blood runners could owe you a favor.
you might have a deal. Why is Robot God not on post? Somebody move a Robot God on me. Let's put him over there. I tell you what. I could always use a favor, especially lately with things that have been going on around here. Very strange. People go missing. Good friend of mine, Ree Vernum. Not, haven't seen him for some time. Um, he's like, sure, we can barter. You do a favor for, you owe me favor. In times of need, I will contact you. Yeah, he hands you a small little chip. It's like do you remember what the fuck were they called? Pager. It's like a pager kind of a thing. It's just a little micro,
Pager.
right? Yeah. He gives you one of those. He's like, I call you, I need favor. You come right away. Sound
Alright.
good? All right, you got a deal.
What was this for? Sorry, I stepped away for 30 seconds. I apologize.
They're making a deal with the doctor to get some cyberware implanted.
Somebody wanted some cyber stuff and didn't have the money, so I just talked him into doing it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at him as well, and with
Well,
this
you too?
offer stand,
Everybody wants cyberware. I tell you.
and I'm should looking into this. In my experience, I'm looking for something particular, and I hope you can assist me. I know of 2 models that work. I am looking to move around without being noticed as much, being stealthy, if you would have it.
Well, if you
I
want to go
know
take a hot rod, you probably met her. She sent you here. You take her wheel. Nobody know you coming.
No, I'm looking for something that can either bend light or change the color of my skin.
You're in the
I
wrong
know of
place,
2
mister.
people.
I only do surgery. You want to buy peace, you go talk to Hot Rod. She tell you where to get stuff.
Okay,
I only
I
do
shall.
surgery. Get out of shop, four-armed weirdo.
Go get a ghillie suit.
That's
Yeah,
right. You get out of
good
here.
luck.
Nobody talking to you. Plant man, do you have eyeballs? And he starts ruffling through your leaves and your bushes and stuff like that, trying to see where this thing could be implanted in your face. I'm assuming you have eyeballs. Where's my core book? Control F. What
Got
is
an
your
ocular
race
nerve
called?
somewhere.
Florian.
Florian. That's right. Florian. Oh man, I'm just trying to see if there's an actual picture in the book. There's no
Floridian.
there's no Florian in
Yeah. I'm Floridian, man.
Floridian.
It's
You're from
probably
Florida.
in the
Floridian man, really?
Yeah, yep.
I'm looking in the core book.
no. It'll probably be in the science fiction thing.
Oh yeah, okay. I think the last Parsec is all based off of that book, right? That's where
Of
it all
science
gets ripped
fiction.
out of.
Yeah.
So it's got a picture of an Orax. It's got a picture of a Deadite. It's got a picture of all right, that's kind of an interesting picture. You're like a green stalk man. This guy's got 6 fucking arms, and his head looks like a flower petal, like you're wearing like a great big fluffy sort of queen's I don't know what you would call it, some kind of weird headdress thing, like a big fancy dress thing that comes up behind your head. Your hair looks like it's made of pollen, and then you have like what looks like snail eyeballs.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Those are people from South Florida.
I was about to say, he doesn't look anything like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
All right.
Screw
So
those guys.
we're just going by your picture.
Yeah, he's got 3 little dots. Those can be eyes.
You got 3 dots in the middle of your head. He's like, oh, I tell you, he's like, you only got one. You got one eye, mister. Okay, well, he's poking around at you for a second, and he's like, you come with me. And he takes you into the back room. He's like, very interesting. We learned how to do procedure. You gonna be first plant man that I ever fix on. And yeah, before you know it, he sprays some kind of weird mist that he grabs from around his little table, and it's lights out. Make me a smarts check to see how well this thing kicks in for you as well, or spirit, I should say. It's all about the spirit, Charles. The spirit of the deal.
Sweet, I've got that.
Do it.
It's a 4.
Fine.
Okay. I tell you what, if
Even
you
re-roll it.
roll, if you you can spend your bennies if you want. If you get a raise, I'll give you a +1 to like notice and stuff like that.
Well, now you definitely want it.
Critical fail. Oh.
Rocket loser.
All right. So yeah, you're gonna get a +1
Nice.
to your notice, and skill checks and shit like that. Plus, you've got binocular vision, which allows you to see shit very far away. You've got macro vision, which is like a little microscope, so you can inspect things close up. And you can put infravision on your character sheet so that you can see into the heat spectrum. Science fiction companion infravision. The creature detects and sees heat either through eyes or through sensory organs. This allows it to halve penalties for bad lighting when attacking creatures that radiate heat.
Groovy.
Okay. Daryl, you want to go back and visit Hot Rod? Hello, Daryl. Did you
Ziamara.
disappear?
Oh,
Ziamara.
Jesus.
You're a
No,
poo
I'm here.
face.
Sorry,
There you
I
go.
was muted like a fucking idiot. So yes, I will go visit her, and hopefully she'll be 100% charged up.
All right. You walk in. She's plugged into the wall over there. She's
You'll take
wearing
her
the
for a
cyber.
spin.
Yeah, she's got the cybernetic device in her head. You open the door. She's like, "What you want? You shooting the arm off, bitch? Get out of store. Nobody." Wait a second.
She has
she's
an Asian accent
all
now.
of a sudden she's Asian.
The doctor's in there. Hey,
Oh,
two
you're
friends.
back. You're back. All right. Would you come to shoot my arm off?
Oh,
Yeah.
No,
we've
my
gone,
weapons
we've
are
gone from Alberta to BC or BC to Alberta, bud.
Hello,
exactly.
what?
Gotta change the provinces.
Well, what's going on? Is that where's that
I,
horse fella? Did he get that
I,
cybernetic arm implanted? Hurry up, it's getting
yes, you
late.
did. I'm looking for something. I'm in the market for something in particular.
Nobody's got time for your shit, woman. What'd you say your name was?
Whoa.
My name is Yarmara,
Listen, me
and
and you
I
are not on
look.
good terms. I just want to tell you that right now. You trying to get something from me, it ain't gonna happen. Maybe I got some, but you're gonna pay full price. I don't appreciate nobody shooting off my boyfriend's arm. That was a good arm he had going on there, and you just done took it from him.
Yes, I helped pay for the replacement as
Oh,
compensation.
all
Now,
right.
that being said, and I value him.
She
He is a very
softens a
good
little
friend.
bit. She's like, "Did that arm take?"
I found that synaptic teacher you're wearing, but it's much better with you than me.
You
That
see
being
her try and
said,
mind control you. Yeah, she's like,
that being said, go ahead.
"No, do your business."
Okay, I look at her. So I'm looking for something in particular. I've known of some people who've been able to either use a cyberware to bend light, become hardly noticeable, or change the pigmentation of their skin to match their surroundings. And basically, Gary, what I'm getting at is the +2 trait bonus cyberware, something like either something that would either give you something like Predator. You remember the movie there where you can move around like they did, bending light, or
Mm-hmm.
something like Zartan from G.I. Joe. You have like nanites injected in your body, and they change the pigmentation of your skin to match the surroundings. So basically, it's a +2 to trait roll or skill. What would be stealth? She's
Yeah.
trying to become a better at the infiltration.
So if you did the nanites thing, would you need to take your clothes off?
It's a good
Yes.
question. I'm better to be
Oh, yeah.
naked, like
You might
Mystique.
need to.
She's like, "It
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me that you're trying to get naked, you slut."
Oh, perhaps maybe a stealth field generator might be better in line.
That's right.
Well, there's 3 others
That's
here that are naked, so why not?
that's what a proper cybernetic lady would do. She would get the I don't know. I've heard of this thing that's like a cloak. There was this guy came around. His name was Harry. He was trying to sell it, and he weared it like a cloak. And then he just kind of hunched down on the floor and put it over top of him, and then he just disappeared. He could be still there. Kick that spot on the floor right there, and she points down there. Maybe he's in there, and I don't know. Anyways,
I
yeah.
humor her.
What you want to do if you're looking for something like that, because I know I don't have anything. That would be a highly prized, valuable item, and I wouldn't be able to keep something like that in stock. But I tell you what, I know a fella. His name is Mr. Potter. He's got himself one of these fandangled new light-bending capes. Came in here one day showing it off, looking for a trade, but I didn't have what he was looking for.
And where can I find this individual?
You'll just have to look around. Rumor has it he hangs out down by the palace sometimes. Maybe you find him in one of them dingy nightclubs. Maybe you don't find him at all 'cause he's hidden underneath his invisible cape. Maybe he's here. And she comes zooming right in close, gets right up in your face, and kind of does a little like tries to scare you a little bit. Maybe he's right here.
So
And then
basically, he's in and around this town, basically,
yeah,
theoretically.
you just have to put out the word. Don't you know how Streetwise works in Savage Worlds?
I will put out my feeler.
What's that? You're gonna do something feeling, huh? You got a weird accent.
No,
I don't.
it is
Right.
Italian.
Hello?
Unlike your doctor. Yes, unlike your doctor, I'm Callian. This is how we speak. Most of us, at least. Well, thank you very much for your kind words and your information.
All right,
I
get out
shall
of
be
here, bitch. Keep your eyes open for a feller named
uh,
Harry Potter. He's got himself one of them light bending capes. I seen it on this thing called Cybertube.
and she gives her a nice flourish and a bow as she leaves with a smile, and she says in Callian, "Vashi, Viesakash," and she leaves.
You're about to walk out the door and you hear some jingling behind you. And as you turn around, you see there's a tip jar on the counter, and she's shaking it.
I'll put a couple coins in there.
That's right. You think you're gonna come in here and get some free information?
That's true. I put a couple coins in there.
All right. She takes the jar and she kind of slides it off to the side. She's like, "Have a nice day." You hear her mutter under her breath, "Bitch." Say hi to that big cowman that you got out there too. He was. Tell him I'm a little sweet on him. I'm stirring up some gravy just thinking about it.
I just. Yeah. Thank you.
Gray breakfast gravy, no thanks.
Okay, she holds back the vomiting barely as she exits. Gordon? Hatrod wishes me to convey her
Yeah, nope.
her sweetness for you.
I'm not listening.
If you ever need a free implant or would like to give a free implant, she'd be more than welcome.
Yeah, sorry.
My business is done.
She doesn't have the physiology to.
And I let everybody know that I'm looking for somebody named Mr. Potter. I explained what I did in there, unless you guys were in there, maybe. But I'll explain them. I'm looking for something to help her be a little more sneaky. And there's rumor that there's a gentleman around here by the name of Mr. Potter who is willing to make a trade for such a device. I don't know if we have time or not, but at the very least, we can put out word that I'm interested in such a thing.
Well, I think we got time. I mean, you guys came in. We got this Arn thing going on here. Arnie's fucking seeing everything around every spectrum of the color light thing, and
Zermar looks at Six. Perhaps we could frequent a drinking establishment and speak to some of the locals and put word out, if you don't mind.
Okay.
You got a name for this doctor?
Which doctor?
The cybernetic Asian cybernetic.
Call him the witch doctor. His code name is the witch doctor.
Dr. Liu.
Dr. Liu.
Dr. Fu Yu.
All right. His name is Dr. First name is Fuck, and his last name is Liu.
Fuck Liu. I like it.
He's hanging outside the thing, having a little drink.
Fuck.
Like FAK?
FOCK, yeah, fuck. Or FOK.
All right, FOK it is. Good. Dr. Fuck Liu. So, your cybernetic surgeries are a success. He's like, I need to go outside now, and do you want to have some sake? I guess it's a thing, because you do sort of live in the Earth world. He's like, this is ancient tradition passed down from generation. I got a sake dispenser outside. You put in some stuff like rice, you make a sake. Come outside, I have a drink. So the robot is actually standing on the sake machine. That's what I'm gonna call this thing here. He puts in a credit. It spits out some sake, and he's outside having a drink. his little bottle. He pulls out his pipe and shit like that, and he fires it up. He's having a smoke. He's like, I call on you for a favor one time. He goes, he goes, I think to myself, I have a friend that I have not seen in a long time. Maybe I get you to investigate his disappearance.
Okay, we're good at that.
All right. Well,
Yes, we are.
maybe I save favor for something else. And he looks you up and down with this sexy seduction look on his face. He's like, maybe I call in favor at later date. Ah. He takes a sip of his sake and he gives you a little bit of a wink there, Six.
Oh, you come get some dim sum.
Oh, he's like,
I
dim
say,
sum?
well, you make sure you have all your business in order before it happens. You have
What
a
that mean? You
family,
gonna kill me? Try to get my
a will?
business? You gonna
You
try
have
and
a
kill me?
family.
Take my
You
business?
have things that you need to leave to others.
I got
You get
no
your will sorted
family.
out.
Dr. Fuck Lou, single man. He takes another sip of his sake, pulls his pipe up to his mouth.
Holy shit.
Fuck Lou, single man. Got cybernetic imprint. Ha ha ha. Know what I mean? No? Okay, well, listen. I contact you if I have favor that need to be done.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys completely missed the fact that he mentioned Revernum, so fuck you guys.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna write that down. I was gonna ask you to spell it for you.
The witch?
I don't know who it was, but I remember that name. You mentioned it.
Yeah, he said maybe he was going to ask you to investigate the disappearance of his friend Revernum.
Okay. Can you spell that?
Reevrnum. Um,
Interesting.
he says, you have a good day. It's getting late. Lots of surgery today. I'm very tired. Fingers very sore. Must get some rest. Goodbye.
Who's this Revernum guy? Or person?
Revernum, he's old friend of mine, former career politician Revernum. He was sentenced here for killing his wife. Can you believe it? He was such a nice fellow, too. According to the investigator's lead, though, he's like, Vernon worked here for the machine syndicate for some time. He was very charismatic personality, very friendly guy. He used to work as salesperson in factory office. But one day, he come to me and he say that he was going to be leaving soon. And I'm like, where you gonna go? You can't get nowhere. He's like, and he said to me, he said, I might have a way to get off the planet. He's trying to speak as like white as he possibly can, right? Which you
Nice.
find sort of really weird. But he's like, oh, he just one day he just disappear. We don't know where he go. He's just gone. But he did tell me, good friend, Revernum, he did tell me because he worked over there. He used to do the job of Hot Rod. Now they got Hot Rod as Revernum's replacement. Revernum sold stuff in the factory office. He was salesperson. Very charismatic fellow. Used to come over for lunch all the time. We had sake and smoked pipe. Ha ha ha. And he takes his pipe again. Miss Revernum. Wish I knew where he was. Rumor has it he got off planet. Or at least that's what he told me. He was leaving the planet. And I say, you no go nowhere, Reed. Don't tell me that. Don't make stories up. Because Fok Lu got lots of money. And if you get off planet, Fok Lu get off planet too. And Reed just laughed.
Doctor,
Yes.
Doctor, when was the last time your friend was seen? Do you know?
It's been a long time. Probably a couple months. 6 months? Maybe 1 year? Don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So if we find any,
Listen. Do
He's
not
not
know.
very close.
Do not know timeline. Just know,
Choo-choo!
just know, friend Revernum disappeared some time ago.
Sorry, Gary. I'm role playing. We're trying to get a timeline. Figure out
Right.
events, investigate.
I don't honestly. I don't know when he disappeared. Like if it was like a year ago or 2 years ago. But he said, yeah. He goes, some time ago. Retell me that he was going to get off of planet. I say you full of sheet. Fuck Lou. Say you full of sheet. And then he showed me he had this machine in his hand. He said, I push this button. Oh wait a second. He said, if I push this button, the claw will come and take me, and I will be off. I will get off world. And we have a lot of sake. And but listen, I tell you, he just then one day he's just gone,
Do you have
just
a?
gone.
Now, if
Do
I
you have
remember
a?
correctly, the we were supposed when we met up we were supposed to meet with Warren Yates and all that. That's the other
Mhm.
mission.
Yeah.
At the dome and the mines and all that, and that was actually also a place for people to get off planet as well. So
Yeah.
I mean, these two might be tied together.
Yeah. Setram Docks is the one that disappeared. I think we were supposed to see his 2IC Warren Yates.
Sounds like you dickhead have other job to do. You better go deliver your stuff to the dome.
Yes. Quick question. Do you have
What?
a picture or video of this person? What does he look like, Reverend? She's looking inquire to get a picture of him. Or a photo or something they can go by if we ever run into him, they know who he is. You're asking us
He
to look for him.
sure. He takes you inside. He says, "You come with me. I show you. Got good picture. Me and Ree, we went fishing one time down at the sand hole.
Trio everything.
Try to catch fishworm, but we no get lucky. With too much sake and too much smoke. And before you know it, I woke up and my bum was sore and Ree was nowhere to be found. Never ask questions. Here it is." He puts his hand down and he reaches through this. He picks up this photo in this case. He's like, "This is one time me and Ree go fishing." And then he shows you a picture of him, and you see what Reed Burnham looks like. He looks like this guy in this picture. That's him there.
Show it to everybody and then give it back to him. Thank you.
Thing. Oh no, thank you, four-legged lady. I bet you give great hand jobby.
Four-legged.
What did I say?
Somebody
Right?
had too much. Yes, you have too much sake.
Sorry, it's
Did
the
I say
sake.
legs?
It's the sake speaking. I have too much sometimes.
He's got 4 legs. I've got 4 arms.
The he goes. I think
He
that
has 5 legs. You have 4 arms.
Oh, 5 legs. That's true. Yes, he does have 5.
yeah. Sometimes I think when fill up my sake machine, maybe get a little bit of blink in it. And yes, I gotta go lay down. Not feeling well. And he pukes on your shoes. He goes and lays down. Don't you have job to
Okay.
do? Get out of house.
Yep.
Kind of sounds like we need to do a job here, guys.
You fuck off, two-horse man. Your big
Can we just-
robotic arm don't scare me none.
Can we at least drop off do a quick hit a bar and just put out a word that I'm looking for this guy? Then we can head
Oh
off.
yeah, is there like a little bar in this kind of factory area? Some sort of
Yeah.
you think there'd be a watering hole of some sort that these guys will
Exactly. Some dive. We can go and I'll ask the doctor for. Is there a drinking establishment close by? A bar? Okay, never mind. I'll look around.
Biggest
Ask
pockets.
a guard.
Well, you can go see fucking Gravy Wheel Gracie there, see what she
Yeah.
says.
Gravy Will Gracie.
Yeah, go see if
Yeah.
she has some gravy.
Perhaps Gordon is better suited to ask the questions.
You know,
And get the answers.
Get the answers.
Ah, that's
Perhaps if
awesome.
you perform an extra service, I get the attachment for free. Take one for free.
yeah.
I will pimp you out, Gordon.
Uh,
I'll ask her, actually. I'll just go in and ask her at that point where the nearest bar or watering hole is.
You walk back into the sales office, and she's got the thing on her head, and she's doing some stuff. But what you notice as you walk in the door is there is a projected image of the 4 of you, and she seems to be staring at a picture of Gordon, and you hear this weird, odd thrumming coming from behind the desk. You startle her a little bit, and you just hear a clud as something hits the ground, and a little, as this compartment closes. It sounds like a door closing. Oh, wait a
Jesus
second.
Christ.
And she comes over and
no.
she's like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" She says, "I gotta get that good goddamn doorbell fixed. It's supposed to ring a thing."
Sorry to disturb you during your relaxation time. We are looking for a bar, a watering hole, somewhere close by to imbibe some spirits.
Have you got the name of a bar? Door open, door closed. What does this sound like?
How about the
Nope.
There it is. Door closing. That's the sound of her trap door
That's
oh
awesome.
Jesus.
closing.
How about the
Huh? How
how
about the what?
about the thirsty mule? Or whatever passes for a pack animal here.
The thirsty mule. All right.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, over near the palace, there's a place that I like to go to called the Thirsty Mule. She's like, it's kind of a rough and tough place. Them scav gangers, they kind of run the show over there. But I tell you what, she's like, if you're looking for some information, that might be the place to go. Be careful when you're asking around though. They don't like what they call relium rats. Have you ever seen a relium rat? I'm
You say
talking
they
to you,
don't like
stupid.
them?
Hello?
Yes.
They would have-
Yes, I understand.
Frenchie.
And William Rat is somebody who goes into explores runes, scavenges for parts. Yes, I'm well
No,
aware of the
she's like,
term.
goddamn relium rat. It's like a little. It eats garbage and shit. You find it in the back alleys.
Oh, those. That
Yeah,
is disgusting. Those
they're
are
they're the.
rodents. Yes.
That's right. They're the kind of the lowest kind of vermin you can find around here, sweetie. Sometimes they get all up in my wheel when I'm driving around, and then they get squished in the gears and shit. And I gotta pick out the little relium rat parts and shit like that. But listen, they got a saying around here: "Don't be a rat."
Yeah. I'm
So
well
you be
aware.
careful
Thank you.
when you
I
talk
shall.
to them. All right, can you get the fuck out of here? Christ Almighty, a lady's trying to have a
I
coffee
will.
break.
Yeah, this is what we're calling coffee. Okay. Enjoy your coffee. She holds up the air quotes. Coffee time. Goodbye.
I was trying to, and you hear her.
Extra cream.
Yep, she hums back over to this thing that's still vibrating on the ground. She picks it up and like, get out of my store.
Gravy time.
Make a note to myself. I gotta fix that goddamn motion sensor on the outside so I know when people are coming. Jesus Christ. Oh, and then just as you're about to reach the door, you hear again the tingling noise, and you turn around. And she's holding up the tip jar. She's like, "Did you learn last time? Are you mentally retarded? You got something wrong with your head?
Meh.
Come on now."
I'll put in 2 more coins. There you go. And I'll reduce
that's
that
right.
as well for my. She's actually a fountain of information, though.
She's like, I appreciate the coin. Now get out of here. You're a good goddamn pain in the ass. You know that? Take
Fountain
you
of
and
something.
take your forearms and get lost. Say hi to Gordon.
I see. Most definitely.
Okay. So you
I think we need a break on this one. My God.
Oh,
Yeah.
fucking, I'm done getting. Oh, this is too much.
let's we did some serious role playing today. It's not all just fucking smash and crash at the game there. So that's good stuff.
Oh yeah. No,
All right, well,
yeah, that was fun.
new
It
for
was
this
fun.
game. It's gravy time, buddy.
It's 8:35.
Aw.
Let's take a few minutes for coffee. Fill your coffee back up, and then when we come
Perfect.
back, we'll pick it up with heading over to the mining dome. See if we can't do a little Warren Yates investigating.
Actually,
Perfect.
were we
We'll
going
take
to
a
the bar
gravy break.
first?
Oh, is
Gary?
that what you're gonna do? Okay.
I thought we are gonna go and get that done. Or does anybody care? Or does anybody? We're gonna do that another time.
Nobody
Well, we
cares.
care, we have a mission.
Huh?
Yeah. We're on that. You were gonna get you the cloak too, right? You were looking for Harry Potter.
Harry
Yeah,
Potter,
I'm just
yeah.
trying to. Yeah, water cloak, jeez. Yeah, but I'm gonna try.
We've spent the whole morning getting a fucking arm and lubing up an old fucking old rod. I think we could take a detour and see if we can find this cloak.
This
Oh,
is,
good.
but how do we say that this is too much imagery, too much information? I don't want to think about her
Oh
greasing her
no,
wheels.
no. It's gravy time, bud.
You
All
just
right.
Well,
greased your wheel.
I can see her through the wall.
Oh, that's when you want to crit fail. Fail.
Oh man, that's
There's
awesome.
extra heat signatures.
Yeah,
Hey,
there's
So yeah.
I can read her mind, so how do you think I feel?
there's
Oh, God.
a real hot
fail,
spot
crit fail.
over there. Charles,
So-
here you
I
can have
got
a
all
penny
those
for that.
images
That was
of
fucking funny.
Gordon banging her over the counter.
It's a little friction burn.
I should go take a picture of, clean up Gordon, take a shower, put some, take a nice angle shot, make a calendar, sell it to her for like a gazillion credits. Gordon every day, every month, every month. Okay, cool. We'll
All
hit the
right,
first
be
one
right
All right,
after.
just take
We are
5. Be right back.
Within each and every role player lives this homeless character who wants nothing more than to quiet the heartbeat of every living thing that stands in his way. Today we celebrate this all too familiar character with...
Well, now, looky here. It's the Murder Hobo Show.
Not yet. And then there's the issue. I'm only on episode 3, but where the gender of the birth of the child and they're trying to change it. Like that's a fucking pretty heavy topic for a comedy show, and you're like, oh, okay, maybe not so much of a comedy anymore.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
for Seth MacFarlane, he does that. I mean, look at Family Guy. He hits all those issues all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I mean, yeah, on a comic setting, that's kind of like, he does that all the time. He makes fun of even what's their face. South Park does the same too, and they make fun of everything and everybody. I get that from him, but I didn't think it would be such a hot topic right then. But yeah,
Oh yeah,
I was
No,
surprised.
The Orville's doing Star Trek better than Star Trek these days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Have you watched the last episodes of it? The last episodes of season 2, Corey?
I think I'm about halfway through season 2.
Okay. I don't think you've quite gotten to the. There's some cool time stuff, some cool time jump stuff that's in there. But I really like the story thread with the robot guy near the end where he's trying to get home.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that turns out to be a freaking fantastic story. Okay, we're gonna try and do a thing here because I don't know if this map is actually gonna work, but you guys hop in your wagon. Is everybody back,
Oh.
by the way?
I
Yeah.
thought I was supposed to
Yeah.
try and drop off that information at the bar or another time.
No, you're going to look for information
Okay,
at the
gotcha.
bar, right?
Okay, right.
Uh,
Oh, you're reloading another map. Okay, gotcha.
yeah, I'm just not sure
Alright.
if this is my fixed map or what the deal is.
Whoa.
Oh, whoa! What happened there?
There'll be a lot of shader bundles and shit like that. But I don't think I
Oh.
populated this map.
Uh,
No, there's no.
Ooh.
oh, that's
There's
inside
no-
of a building. Oh, that's so cool. Nice.
Yeah, so you can see the
That's
outside of
the
it
building.
once it populates. Let's drop the wagon outside here. Find a parking spot. Burp. You guys are outside the club. Check this action out. There's full-on outside the club music. Now this map was populated. I had to take all the Star Wars stuff out of it and try and make it look like more of a generic map. So I haven't populated it with the gangs, but I'm going to right now.
It looks populated to me. I can see through the building.
Yeah, there's no people in it though. There's just a robot.
No, I see. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see
Know what I
him.
mean?
I know what you mean.
Billy Beat.
You have 2 bartender spots.
I'll just drop these guys on the deal here in random spots. Hold on a second. Curb outside. I think I might need to turn my audio down on this guy just a little bit. 38%. There, that's better. I adjusted the Murder Hobo Show audio guy. Oh shit, man, my stuff is going south. I hate it when it grabs the top of the window bar. I don't know if you guys ever had that. You have an open window in Windows, and I clicked on the bar to move the actual tabletop simulator, but it grabs the top bar and then it starts shrinking the video up and down.
Windows, what's that?
Oh man, I'm telling you. All right. So this is a Scav Gang bar. I don't remember what you guys called it, but I'm just going to drop these guys on the roof. They're in various
Thirsty
rooms.
Mule.
The Thirsty Mule.
Yep.
Yeah, they're kind of just
That's
floating in
definitely muted.
floating in weird spots in the bar, but I'm going to leave it because we're just here to make some rolls and see how well we do. What's your game plan, fellas? You roll up into the Thirsty Mule. You can hear the music pounding or beating away from the inside. There's some sweet beats going on. There's people walking around outside smoking some kind of stuff. There's a couple of crackheads laying up against the brick wall that are just high on blink. But you find a spot to park, and you come around to the backside over here, and there's a security agent robot-looking dude hanging out in the back. And he walks up to you as you're coming around the back corner where the dumpsters are, because you actually enter in the back, but the parking lot's at the other side. He walks
Lord, you
up
couldn't
and
park at a better spot.
well, that's kind of where the parking lot is, back there, and then you walk up the sidewalk and come around the side to where the bar is, and yeah, the cyber guy walks up to you and he's like, "State your business.
Food and drink.
Don't everybody talk at once." He points to you, cockwalk. He's like, "You, cockroach."
I said
Yep.
food and drink.
Or drink
Food.
and food.
Drink and food. He looks at you and he kind of does a once over. You see a little antenna on the side of his head pop up.
Well,
What's that?
said, Quack Quack will give him the once over back as well. Looking
Alright.
up and down.
He's like, "Don't look at me in that tone of face, you insect man." And you see a little antenna on the side of his head sort of pop up. It was sort of folded backwards, and it just sort of rotates so that it points up. You're pretty sure that he's like communicating images of you to people inside the bar, maybe some of the higher ups and stuff like that. And
What do you
yeah,
want, a cover charge?
as he does a scan, he's like, "No, you are free to enter. Keep your weapons holstered, or there will be relic shit to pay." And then yeah,
Hey,
away
let
you
me
go.
ask, are droids allowed?
Of course, we are allowed. Why would we not be?
Oh,
Are you some
oh,
kind of
okay.
racist? Maybe you
Yes,
should wait
actually,
outside.
I am.
You are you're a racist.
Yes.
What do you have against droids?
Nothing against droids. They're not the race. They're just machines.
How dare you insult my kind? He
Moving along.
I feel like he's mad now and he's gonna grab you and he's gonna try and throw you into the dumpster.
What?
Do it.
How are you mad? You're a machine. Machines don't get mad.
I have feelings, at least one. It is called anger, and I am expressing it right now. All right, never mind. I don't really
Throw
want to throw
down.
you into the dumpster. I do, but yeah, he's like, keep
Oh,
that fleshy nub behind your teeth, and in you go. And then he just points. He hears a robotic arm go, and it points to the up the stairs. Stay
hey,
out of
after I've had a
trouble.
drink or two, maybe come find me.
Listen,
Thank
I am
you.
also racist. Whatever you are,
I-
race I do not like. Yeah, he's pointing to you,
I'm an
Six.
Orax.
Yeah,
I'm
whatever.
an Orax.
Orax. He's like
I'm an Orax.
searching database. Another antenna goes up. Whoop. He's maybe connected to Wi-Fi. You're not an Orax. That is an Orax. He's like,
How
he
dare
looks
you?
at you. He's like, "High five, metal arm brother." He walks over and he holds his arm up in the air, his robotic arm up to get a high five out of you.
Oh yeah,
I
it's like
identify
it's
as
an
an Orax.
automatic reflex. He does like a whole shake, like a whole handshake, like a secret handshake. It's like a
Right.
reflex.
As he holds his hand up, you see he's got a spatula arm. He's like, "Oh, I see you've got model 783941. That is a very good model." Ka-ching. And yeah, he gives you a little spatula hand high five.
Hey, robot. How dare you assume my race? I identify as Orax.
My apologies, but this is not a woke planet. This is a post-apocalyptic planet where we don't care about you or offending you. So never mind.
My dear
Get
God.
lost.
My entire computer almost wore that coffee. Thanks.
Jeez.
Holy cock. I
Take your-
identify as an Orax.
Take your woke ass inside. Be gone.
That's the best.
He's pretty offensive for a friggin'
Oh,
robot.
let's go
But
get some drinks.
yeah, all right. So you head inside
What?
the bar.
Yes.
There, I believe, is. Oh, that's club outside. This says club back room.
You think?
I don't know if it's going to actually play different music or what it's going to do.
Is there zero gravity in this room or something? Is there?
Yeah, everyone's floating.
Yeah.
Awesome.
They're walking on a glass ceiling. They're looking down on us.
Well, it makes perfect sense. And the droid servants all got magnetic fucking their magnetic shoes on or their magnetic fields on. Keep them down on the ground. Everyone else is all floating around. That's wicked.
Yep. I just haven't taken the time to populate where they're supposed to go. So, you guys walk into the bar, and yeah, it's full of like these scav gangs, null voids, different groups and different gangs. Some of them are playing pool, some of them are sitting around gambling and shit like that. There is also the band. Wait a second. I got Miniatures Oakham Arts. Is it this one? Bounty Hunters? No. Cyberpunks?
I'm
Oh
just
yeah,
waiting for
here we
this
go.
turtle bird thing to
This
use
is
stripper pole.
check it out. I got that guy and I got that guy. Just jamming out some solid beats. Control C. We'll put a couple of backup singers in there, getting after it. And
Playing a bit of Dolly Parton.
what's that?
Playing a bit of Dolly Parton, are they?
Something like that, doing a thing. They're just, rocking it out hard. He's got a cyber arm just plucking away in the guitar. Well, I guess all of them have cyber arms and stuff like that. But yeah, they're just they're getting funky, playing some sweet beats.
That's how you know
As
it's
you
cyberpunk.
as you walk in, there's a robot guy right here. He greets you as you come around the corner. He's like, "Can I check your coats, please? Coat check service. Coat check service.
You're not taking my clothes off.
Coat check service. Can I
It's
check
full.
your coat,
Not-
please?
yeah.
He
No, thank
identifies
you.
as clothed.
Hello, coat check service. Do you have a ticket?"
Yeah, where's the bar?
he just coat
Don't
check
ignore
service, but you see his arm
Don't
point
buy him.
to where the bar is.
Okay, thank you.
The bar is right over here. You guys
Excellent.
make
Oh,
your way
there.
across the bar. You spot different people from the gangs and shit like that, hanging out, drinking, having a good time, playing pool, doing stuff, milling about and shit like that. You walk up to the bar. The android bartender, can I get you a tasty beverage?
Yes, I will take a double sake.
Double sake it is. He turns around and grabs a glass. He does some pretty fancy, cool tricks, like from Cocktail or whatever the name of that bar, that movie was with Tom Cruise. Yeah, he starts spinning it around, but
Mummy.
Yeah, whatever that movie was.
instead of spinning the actual bottle in his hand rotates in a spinning motion. He's like, pretty cool, hey. He pours it, sets it down, and then he pours some sake in it, gives you a double shot of sake. He's like, 2 fingers, my kind of lady. Just kidding. I don't like ladies.
I will take a Callian brandy, please.
Callie and Brandy coming right up. Same thing. He walks back, does a couple of tricks with his deal, sets the glass down, pours some Callie and Brandy in there, and he looks at you. He's like, "Here you go. I wish I had 4 arms. I could serve better."
Quite less for some bug juice.
Yeah. There's a small flap in the android's crotchal area that opens up, and a small little thing comes out. He's like, "We keep the bug juice at robot temperature, just like you like it." And a small tube comes out, and it looks like he's kind of whizzing into a glass. But yeah, it is the delectable bug juice that you know and like, served at a warm, blood-like temperature. He hands it to you, and he looks at you for a second, and he's like, "This is just the way that Karndok likes it. Hopefully you agree." And he hands you this bug juice. after mentioning a person named Corndock. So you assume there's another insect guy around here. Hello.
And
Yeah, I'm
right,
listening.
Quack will get the bug juice and you sort of take a swig and then gargle it.
I
Yeah,
feel like one of these guys in the bar is going to be offended by the way you're drinking your juice.
Oh boy, here we go.
Bar fight. But we have other stuff to do. So, and this bar thing wasn't supposed to happen till later, but that's okay. That's why it's not prepared.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
right.
So no, that's what it is. What it is, right?
And,
Trying to make it feel sandboxy.
And now, did he volunteer information? We haven't even asked him yet, so I'm gonna look at him and I don't know how much his robot would know. Or actually, I probably would have discussed with Six. I know she's a little bit more eloquent than I. How should we go about this? The bartender, somebody else, take a look around the room. Does it look like just get a feel for the room?
Yeah,
I think
or
you're gonna need to talk to a carbon-based life form. However,
or,
I think you've got this. I'll got your back in case things go sideways.
Okay, well, thank you, merci.
Hey,
And
robot guy, I need a keg of Bud Light, and
No,
you know where this is there a guy around here, Harry Potter?
Um,
Let's be right. I mean, you guys are trying to figure out how to do this stealthily, Gordon. He's like, no, he's got no tact, no whatsoever. We're looking for this Harry Potter guy.
Okay. So you're like, yeah, we're looking for Harry Potter. The robot sort of stops for a second. He freezes in place. A short moment later, his head opens up. It kind of splits in half, and this red light pops up out of it and starts circulating. The music in the bar comes to an absolute complete stop,
I'll
and
get ready to talk.
there's sirens going off.
So what? Can I
Maybe
like win a hat or something?
drone
you're out of
chimes.
Bud Light. What's going on here?
Deal cards.
for fuck's sake,
Drone chimes? I don't know if I got a noise. Band blades?
oh my god,
Police
I
car
feel like we're
passing?
like
Oh, you totally need like one of the European squad cars with that terrible sounding light.
Right?
Yeah.
we're
That.
like the fucking jump core version of fucking Keystone Cops. Holy
Yeah.
shit!
There is.
Well, you guys are trying to come up with a plan about how to do it stealthily. Gordon's just gonna ask him. Fuck it.
I could just see Six and Giamara leading together discussing tactics over a drink, and then Gordon just walks right up to the bar.
Yeah.
Hey,
Bud Light, which sounds like you're out of, so I'm sure the alarm is just to alert the guy in the back to bring out another kegger. And where's this Harry Potter guy?
Let me turn off the old drone chimes. A short second later, the light goes down inside of his head. His head closes up again, and the music kicks in, and everybody seems to be having a good chuckle at your expense. He leans forward and he's like, "Sorry, that is protocol for when somebody is looking for information on people. It's kind of a running joke around here. You have just been notified that you are a rat, and everybody is aware of it. Just kidding.
Oh.
Ha ha ha."
okay.
I move away from Gordon.
Yeah, ditto. We all start spacing out.
Yeah.
So am I gonna get this beer anytime soon or what?
He goes, "We keep the Orax ale in the back room. Come with me. Will you please?"
Yeah.
That's probably a trough.
Will you please, what's the word I'm looking for? Accompany. Will you please accompany me to the back room?
Walk this way as he walks with a slight hitch.
Just trying
Sure.
to adjust
No,
his
I'll
size.
follow.
Okay, so you follow him into the back room, and in the back room you see a bunch of kegs that say Orax Ale on them. This is a special ale that is native, made from grasses from your colony or your world. Excuse me, I had to sneeze there. And yeah, you're pretty happy to see this shit. You wouldn't think that you would be able to see something like this in on this prison planet, but sure enough, they got some kind of nice weedy grassy flavored ale that is straight up your alley. He points to it.
Oh, it's an IPA.
Yeah, he points to it and he's like, this was handcrafted by Ajax himself. He is a master beer crafter. I don't know where he is at, but he drops this stuff off, sells it at a premium price. That will be 100 credits, please.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, Mom. That's fine. Well, it's
All
a
right.
full kegger. We're not doing it.
Yeah, it's a full keg.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah,
A
that's
little
like it's like a 6-pack for an Orax.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I wonder if
Put a
it'll
handle
sink,
on it.
if it'll mess
Put a
it up,
handle in
but-
the keg. It's actually a Oryx beer mug.
Yeah.
Beer stein.
All right.
That's what I
As
pictured.
you're in the back room picking up your keg of Orax ale, the robot leans over and he's like, Harry Potter comes in here every once in a while. He is a bit of a pain in my ass. Sometimes when I hand
We-
him a beer, he just disappears and I don't get paid. And I do not
I
like
will.
it because I get in trouble. And then they take me into a back room and they beat me with a baseball bat. And I do
I
not
slide
like
a couple.
it. You're not
I
there,
slide a
Daryl.
couple.
It's just
Oh,
Gordon.
sorry. Sorry.
Just
sorry.
Gordon.
Thought you were
How
in front.
about
Yeah,
My
you're
bad.
taking me to the back room.
It's
tell you
true.
what.
Sorry. My bad. Shh.
How about you hook me up with one of these kegs here? We'll stick around. You point this fellow out to us when he comes in, and we'll make sure he pays you for all the drinks he's taken off without paying for.
That sounds like a great idea, but how am I supposed to pay for it? I am a robot. They do not pay me cash money. I
You'll
am just a
figure it out.
collection service.
You're a smart fellow. Look at you. You'll figure it out. Doesn't matter. He's starting to get. Gordon's starting to get wasted, so it doesn't really matter.
He's all beat up and he's covered in dents and shit like that. He's like, I haven't been able to figure out how to escape my inner prison that I live in here. Every time I try and walk out the door, my programming kicks in and puts me back here.
Neat. So you're gonna. Point
I
this guy out
appreciate your
or not?
sympathy. I
Yeah.
did not think Aurochs were so empathetic, but I appreciate that you are concerned about me.
So you're gonna point this guy out or not?
He's like, I don't see him in the immediate area.
All right. Well, there you go. I tried.
You're still in the back room, though.
Yeah, I know.
Is there who's got a light source? Hey, who found my light
Me.
source?
Me?
I don't know if that showed up as an error or something like that, but yeah.
It's rolling around.
Yeah, that's like I said, this map. Oh, there, look at it. Does show up as a deal. Let's put it over here and lock it in place. So yeah, he walks after giving you the keg of beer. You're gonna take both kegs?
Well, I mean, if this guy is going to ante up a full keg purpose, and
Well,
point this guy out, we'll take care of him.
He doesn't.
Simple
He
as
doesn't
that.
have a way to pay for it.
Well, that's a shame.
Unfortunately, I cannot accommodate you as I have no credits.
Yeah, that's okay. Gordon's all shit faced anyways.
That is a really
I'm the
big
one.
wiener you have there. Why do you not wear pants?
Because we don't wear pants. Why do people keep asking me this?
I do not walk around with my cyberdong hanging out. That is really weird.
Well, why don't you wear pants?
Your gigantic balls are unsettling.
Yeah.
And then he makes his way back to the front little area where he serves people, and he just kind of walks away, diggy, 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 and heads over to the front counter. So he's come back now, Daryl. If you want to ask him a question or do a thing.
Now, I don't know if he knows him, Mrs. Well, he did say something. I said, look, my friend, if you come across him, let him know that I am looking for him. I may have something he may be interested in.
If I come
This
across
individual, the name I mentioned before.
Are you trying to look for someone?
Yes. But
What
I'm
is
not
his
going
name?
to say anything.
I'm
I'm not going to say it again.
Laura.
Exactly. I'm not saying the name. You just heard it before. I'm not saying a name. I'm not uttering anything.
He leans forward. He's like speaking to the microphone.
I will pass. Thank you.
You guys hear Gordon in the back yell, "Hey, robot! You see that Harry Potter guy yet?"
I could have, man.
Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, so you make it to the bar, you're hanging out, you're looking for Harry Potter, you've made it well known that that's the guy that you're looking for. How much time do you guys want to spend here before you realize that maybe Harry's not coming in tonight?
Well,
But-
we're not going to waste too much time.
have
Long enough to
visited
get drunk.
a
So
very
20
cool
minutes.
cyber bar. Everybody make me spirit checks to
Okay.
see how drunk you get.
If I ever find out that this robot somehow it ever gets, either Gordon tells me or he mentions it, that he wants to be liberated, as a bonus, she may actually offer to hack him, his programming, free him, if he assists in this.
Okay, so the robot, same thing. He's gonna hand you like a small pager. He's like, I tell you what, between me and you, if you get me out of this hellhole, I will phone you when Harry Potter. I will page you when Harry Potter comes to the bar.
That sounds like an agreeable amendment. I will get you. I will rewrite your wiring so you're no longer stopped
You will
from
need to get
exiting the premises.
a circuit override chip.
I have an Omni tool. Does that work, Gary? The Omni tool?
No, you need an actual like a chip that's programmed so that he can sort of be free. He looks at you and he turns around and bends over, and where his butthole would be, a little trap door opens up, and he's like, "You need to insert the Omni chip inside here." And he says to you that the guy outside, he's the doorman outside. I don't know. He doesn't have a name for him. He's like Unit 781-7171-314-8179-555 has one.
Sorry, I missed that. Can you repeat it for me, please?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's that guy's name again?
You have to watch the Twitch again.
Let us please refer to him as Mr. Congeniality.
The racist robot out front.
Yes, that is Unit, and then he just repeats the whole thing again, which takes a very long time. But yeah,
Jesus.
he repeats that
Oh.
again. He's like, that guy has one of those chips. He is
Okay, and but
he has worked
Well, it makes
he has
sense,
worked here for a long time
because-
and has gained the trust of the gangs that operate in this area.
Well, that makes sense. He's
Well-
outside. Of course, he's got one of those chips. So why don't we just go out there and take his chip, shove it in your butt?
and is it inside him or he carries it on his possession?
It would be located in the same position.
Oh, good lord.
So
I
I
should
will
say
notify
monster.
you. I will notify
Okay.
you when Harry Potter comes, and then you bring me that chip, and I will tell you when Harry Potter is here, and you get me out of here.
So see if we get this right. We have a pager, like 1989 fucking style technology here. Pager.
Yep.
When Harry Potter shows up, we're going to ass rape this guard robot to pull his fucking prostate chip out, then shove it into the ass of this robot.
It
Correct.
sounds like you have nailed it.
And
Got
are there any other chips?
I am
Just like-
glad that we have a clear understanding of the negotiated deal parameters. Horsecock. Ha 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 ha. Sorry, that is a bad Auroch joke.
It works on me. Thank you.
I know you are not a horse. That is why it is funny. You are actually a hippo. Ha ha ha. Hippo dong. Ha ha ha. Hippo dong. He goes into a repeating circuit. Ha ha. Hippo dong.
Everyone laugh and he'll stop.
Yeah. After a couple of seconds, he resets himself. And then yeah, he's like, I will page you when he shows up.
Excellent.
All right.
That is the deal. And you need
Okay.
spirit rolls?
I
Yeah.
already have
If
a
you
pager from Fuck Lou.
from Fuck Lou.
We got 2 pagers now.
We're all walking around with pagers.
Yeah, yeah.
There is an issue I have with this map when I pack it. It does a weird, or when I try and build it after packing it. Okay, that's saved. I'll have to come back and screw around with that a little bit more. If you have failed your spirit roll or whatever it is, then yeah, who's driving this wagon? You're gonna be at a minus for a while because you got a little shit faced.
I think we're all good.
I'm good at drive. Leave me alone.
All right, everybody
Wait a
passed.
minute.
Everybody passed their checks.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good to me. Okay, so you guys take off, making your way because you do have a delivery to do, and it is getting late. Making your way towards the dome, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, choo-choo! All aboard the train. Here we go. Iron Gate, and I need to go to the pyramid. Where's the pyramid? Here's the pyramid. Here's the factory complex. And here's the mining dome. Oh, let me turn off the club music. All right.
This was a backdrop.
Yes, this one comes
That's
with
a
a
nice map.
backdrop.
I'm in the studio with that painting in the background.
They said
Oh,
Travis
wow.
Paul's back there.
Right?
Look at those mechs.
So the mining dome is this gigantic, impenetrable dome that covers the pit. There's huge fans on the outside of it that blow in fresh air and pull out the mining exhaust and all the dirt and dust and shit like
Ooh.
that. There's 4 access points to get into this thing, sort of like 4 roadways, one at sort of each, let's just say northeast, south, and west, right? It doesn't really matter which one you guys go into, but I just wanted it to you guys to have an idea as to what it sort of looks like. This is kind of a cool thing that I found, this image. And so I'm going to say that this is the mining dome. You roll up to the front gate. The gate doors are open and you drive in. There's a checkpoint here where a guard walks out in front of you. Who's driving the wagon?
I'll do it.
All right. Gordo's driving the wagon. He
Oh,
comes
Gordo
around.
was not
Sorry,
driving a wagon.
Sorry, Charles.
Gordo can totally drive the wagon. I'll help him.
Arnie's driving the wagon. You pull in. The guard walks up. He's got a clipboard on him, you know, a couple of laser guns. You look around, you notice all the guards, and you can see that there's a bunch of mining workers wearing their prison uniforms from from the ice house. They're picking up some garbage and shit like that, working this forklift that's right in the corner and shit like that. Just as you come in, this is an entryway checkpoint. The guard comes up and he through his masks. He's like, "State your business."
Livery.
You got your paperwork?
This is space. There's no paperwork.
That's not true. And he blows a hole in your tire with his gun. The front end of the truck just kind of collapses a little bit. And he's like, paperwork, or the next shot goes through the door.
Here's
We're
my
here for a delivery, right?
yeah. You can go check the manifest.
We're
That's what I'm
delivering
asking you
Relia,
for.
as
Give me
usual.
your, give me your manifest papers.
Okay, here's my space manifest papers.
All right, thanks. I appreciate that. He takes them, reaches down into his other pocket, pulls out this machine. It scans the paperwork. There's some kind of weird barcode on it. He's like, take your shit wagon and go park it over there. And he kind of points off into, let's say right over here. He's like, you can take that piece of shit and go park it over by the trash cans there. Watch out for unit 7831. And so you see this little robot thing that's right here. It actually has like 7831 on it, and they're all moving around, right? You see one of them coming at you. It's carrying this gigantic bin, and it's making its way down this place. But generally, what you see is this inside this factory complex. Yeah, he's like, you limp this thing off on its wheels, and you come over here, and you're just gonna park it off over here somewhere. Maybe squish a few people. Actually,
It
sorry.
don't matter.
It don't matter. What he tells you to do actually is take it down to zone 7. He points on a map. He's like, you are here, and he wants you to take it down there. So you follow these robots and shit like that that are moving around the floor in different areas, and you limp your GIMP wagon with the blown out tire down to zone 7 and park it right here. These crates that are here, you're well aware, are Relium crates, and I'm just going to lock that in place. You see there's little mechanical, these machines that are walking around. They you can see what they look like. I don't have to explain that they look like the forklift loading machines and shit like that from Alien. They're just kind of cruising around, picking stuff up, dropping crates off and whatnot. He instructs you to go down here, park your truck, and they'll send a unit to unload you as soon as one is readily available. And yeah, there's some charging stations and shit like that. You can hear the thrum of the fans and whatnot. And there's another guard station right here, sort of watching, what you guys are doing and shit like that in this little area here. The mining dome. I think it is just called Mine Dome. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I gotta go back to the beginning. But yeah, you wheel down there, park your wagon. Somebody's gonna have to fix the tire, so I'm gonna need a repair roll. Outlands, the heart of the mine dome. And seeing as how Arnie got it blasted up.
Yeah. Raise.
Okay,
You and your smart mouth.
right.
Better than having a dumb mouth, right,
you-
Gordon?
Oh,
That's right.
Mine dome. So the mining compound is protected by, it says, a translucent, near unbreakable dome, some 2 miles across. Offices, warehouse, living quarters, and Relium mining facilities hunker together beneath the dome and the watchful eye of Kurz's Pride. I'm just kind of telling you guys general knowledge. Kurz's Pride is the gang that runs this mine. So there's 4 entrances. Each is sealed with an airlock and guarded by up to 1d6 Kurz's Pride enforcers. There's anywhere from 1 to 6 guys walking around. Traffic through the airlocks is light but regular. Those inside with legitimate business, which you guys do because you're dropping stuff off, can just sort of hand your papers in, pass through the airlock, and go park your stuff and do your drop off and shit like that. Um, the Kurz's compound, which is sort of this building right here, is where the Kurzes live. The Kurzes are, I believe, like a group of Rakashans. What is Birch? Birch is the cat guy,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, Rakshan.
And I'm pretty sure that's what Kurzes is. That's why it's called Kurz's Pride, because they're like cat people. Um, so this is Max Minerals Colonial Administration Building, and it's now Kurz's Lairs. Um, you can see that it's heavily guarded with soldiers on the roof and stuff like that. If you were to go farther down into the this area, like through one of the exits and shit, it will take you to like the mining area. There's mine shafts. So the mine shafts beneath the facility are like there's just like this huge maze. Well, you actually haven't seen them. What I should say is the heart of the dome is the mining facility. There's like a 10-story tall structure in the heart of the dome, and it sits atop mine shafts, provides air and power and stuff like that. There's like fans on it and shit that blows air down into this mining shaft around this gigantic circle in the middle of this dome, which you can see from here, but I couldn't find a map for it. It's just off in the distance a little bit. Around this great big hole in the ground are these elevator shafts that start at the top and they go down. What they look like is they hold containers like this one here, this blue one. And so the actual elevator that you get into is this sort of gigantic cargo container. And you hop in it, press some codes or whatever, and it would just sort of take you down to whatever level you're working on. There's probably 80 to 100 levels in this thing. Each one of them then just goes off into the underground through these little shafts and shit like that. You see people walking around. This little area here is where people would come out. This little gazebo. It's like a smoke pit. You see people puffing on pipes or doing whatever, eating their lunch. There's various people around this place working on different things. You can see some people over here. They're working on some kind of machine. You're not sure what this does. Maybe it brings up Relium through some kind of grav tube, drops it off here, and then it gets taken away. The enforcers are in the guard tower over here, and there's just people sort of just wandering around. Anybody that's wearing an orange jumpsuit from the ice house was picked up by the Null Void gangs and sold to the mine and shit like that. You might even maybe recognize some of them. Maybe in one of the crash scenes you might see a guy that you know. Who knows? But yeah, it's kind of a busy place. You're hanging out over here waiting for um, one of these robot guys, to come over and offload whatever material that you have in the back, sign your paperwork and shit like that. And so yeah, you guys got a few minutes to kind of hang out and look around, check your shit out. Arnie, you've repaired the tire. You put the spare on, threw the other one in the back. And while you're repairing the car, Cockwalk, what are you doing? You haven't done much, Pete. Play with me.
I beg your pardon.
Mm,
Not that sort of poo.
you heard me.
In front of everyone too. Gross.
Wait a second. I gotta come over here and I gotta close the doors. You ready for this sweet action?
Hey, one question before you start that. We're
Yes.
inside the dome here, right?
Yes.
Okay. And those tubes are off over here
Which tubes?
that
The
go
mining.
down?
Okay. So the gist of it is you're kind of in a factory complex. The outskirts would have buildings and shit like that. There's places for people to live inside the facility. None of the workers are free to go. They're sort of prisoners, ironically, in a prison planet. The workers and shit like that are the Kurz's Pride Guard. They keep everybody inside because they need somebody to fucking mine the shit. This is what would have happened to you had you guys been caught. You would have been stuck in the mine doing shit, right? But this is what you're looking at is just sort of one small section. So we're just gonna say that off in the outskirts around here is a great big mining pit, and that mining pit has shafts that go down into the pit, and they just stop at different levels and shit like that. And yeah, there's holes and stuff like that the elevator would stop at a certain level, and you would just walk off inside Iron Gate, inside the planet, kind of a thing. But they're close enough that you can see them in the distance. This is 2 miles in diameter, so it's maybe half a mile. You know what I mean? It would take you 5 minutes to walk there, kind of a thing. But it's a bustling place. It's very busy. There's people walking around doing shit, odd jobs and stuff like that. So plenty of people to talk to.
All
Does that
right.
make sense? I don't know if I explained
Yeah.
it properly, but
So before we get out of the truck, I mentioned, we'll need to find Warren, but we can't just ask straight away for him. Okay, Gordon?
Well, I don't understand. Listen, you guys want to find this Warren fellow? Just ask where he is.
We'll get to that eventually.
Why don't you ask for Harry Potter while we're here instead?
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, you asked for
I
Harry
mean,
Potter. We'll find
We
Warren.
could see if he's here. I mean, I'll check, but that pager thing hasn't gone off yet.
so you guys are hanging out outside the truck talking, and Gordo's like, "What do you mean? Why don't we just ask for Warren?" And as you're sort of yelling and screaming, this person walks around the corner, and she looks at you. She's like, "Yeah, you guys looking for Yates? Warren Yates?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I don't think I've been this close to a bug man in some time. You're kind of a freaky fellow. She takes a step back. She's like, wow, you are a creepy looking fella. Listen, if you're looking for Yates, I can show you where he is.
Well, lead us on then.
Do. Oh, I'm quite a bit ahead of myself. I'm
And
trying to see if
turn to Gordo and see. Yeah, I think you've got it on the head there. Just not fuck about.
she says.
Just ask him.
Watch out for a trap.
I'm just checking out the time. She says, Warren, yeah, I know Warren. Warren's down in shaft 220. Got a big crew down there. I'll show you. Yeah? Better than going back to my shift. She throws her weird-looking cigarette thing that she's smoking on the ground, rubs it out with her foot, and she's like, yeah, I could take you down there.
She's human?
She's human, yeah.
Yeah. Do they like, I'm assuming some wearing some sort of uniforms or something. Are she in overalls? How's she attired?
She's wearing the overalls, the prison from the ice house. In the first, the one that floats in space, you all have like prison uniforms.
Orange jumpsuits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any tags on there?
Well, she's just got a name on it, or a number, I should say.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
She's like, "Are you looking at my titties, you weirdo?" Because that's where her number's at. She's like, "Why are you staring at my boobies?"
Because I just find that your numbers are a bit out of proportion. They're sort of like stretched.
She's like, most men don't really realize that I have one breast larger than the other until I take my clothes off. You very, very have a heightened sense of perception. And then she kind of puts one hand over one of her big boob, and now you've made her feel awkward. Good job, Pete. Way to make the poor lady feel bad. Oh shit!
I just saw what you put in the chat.
I just looked up at the chat and I'm like, oh my god. All right, yeah, yeah. That's kind of what she looks like. She's very large-breasted, sexy-looking lady. You don't know
Well,
exactly
I
what
mean,
it is.
one of them's large breasted, anyways. Apparently, the other one ain't.
One's a D,
Sh-
one's a B.
She
Yeah.
she looks at you, Bugman, and she says, "Yeah, the last fella that made fun of my larger and smaller breasts, things didn't end up so well for him, but I guess they really didn't end up so well for me either, 'cause I'm here, stuck on this place." Oh, and she kind of sighs a little bit. She's like, "Follow me." So yeah, the lot of you can follow her through the mine shafts, through the dome if you want. She's like, You coming?"
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
I'll
she's
follow,
like,
but I'll keep my head on a swivel.
okay. So she
I want to read her
leads you.
mind.
Pardon me.
I want to read her mind.
Oh,
Okay.
here we go.
Oh, it might be vacant.
Let me see. Stats for minor can be found in the science fiction companion. So I'll click on that. Control F minor. Let me get some stats for her. Um,
Oddly enough, there's
Probably.
sixes across the board.
And you read her mind, and all all
Citizens
she's thinking
minor.
is, "Man, that bug man is so mean."
Okay. So what'd you roll? You rolled a
She needs to beat
7?
us. 7, yeah.
You happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay, she's got a smarts D4.
Oh, good lord.
My
Well,
sort of woman.
All
can't have it
right. As you peer into her mind, she's walking ahead of you, kind of holding one breast. You tell she's very self-conscious about her smaller boob, and you see visions of her hammering this naked man who's laying in bed. And I don't mean like having sex with, I mean she's hitting him in his face with a hammer. And she's yelling at him at the top of her lungs about how dare he, point out her breasts, and she's it's kind of a thing. You get these lifelong flashes of her being bullied as a small child in school when she started to develop. Her whole persona is based around the fact that she's got one breast sort of bigger and smaller than the other, and it's the thing that's just grated on her, and she just snapped, and you see her just fucking pounding this fucking guy in the head over and over again until his body just goes lifeless. She's trying to make small talk as she walks you uh, through the area, and um, as you're walking along,
Do I sense any deception for her taking us
yes,
to Warren? Okay.
yes, you do. You know that she thinks that she's going to gain some kind of favor by taking you to where Warren is. She is legit taking you to Warren. You can see images of him flashing through her mind. As you're walking, I'm going to just read you this one part, and I'll tell you because I think there's something in here. So she leads you through the mining facility and then into an industrial size elevator car. She punches in a code in the door, and the elevator takes you down a few levels. You sort of pass through a maze of tunnels to another elevator. There's people working. They've got these like in Predator where they're sort of shooting bullets into the forest and just sort of annihilating all of the foliage and shit. There's machines
Right.
like that these guys are holding on to with energy packs on the ground, and these things are just like lasers, but they're just held like a big giant Gatling gun kind of thing, and just pelting the rocks and just blowing. There's smoke and shit everywhere. There's dust. It's a good thing you guys have these rebreathers on, or you'd be breathing in all of this relium dust. So it's kind of hard to see, but every so many feet you see guys working on the walls as you pass through these little mazes and shit, and it's just dudes drilling into different shafts that go off in different areas, and they're trying to, obviously find relium and whatnot. So, it doesn't really matter where you go. You see prisoners hacking away at the walls with drills and picks. The air is thick with dust and reeks with the sweat of a dozen different species. A few miners look up as you walk by, but most keep their dull eyes on their work. The final elevator door opens onto an open area grudgingly lit by flickering ceiling lamps. Rusted abandoned equipment litters the floor. Rusted abandoned equipment litters the floor. Sorry, I screwed up one thing. Just stick with me here. When you guys come in, the guards want your weapons. So you do not have any of your weapons. It's part of coming into this place. Nobody in here is allowed to walk around with weapons because the miners could get them and there'd be a whole fucking rigmarole. So you're forced to leave your weapons back over at the gatehouse over here. Mandatory. Not a question.
All right.
No fucking around. And then you walk in. I just wanted to make note of that so, if shit goes fucking south. That's the point of me reiterating that the place is filled, which reminded me that there is rusted sorry, where was I at? Rusted abandoned equipment litters the floor. Broken down heavy machinery is stacked in makeshift barriers around several large holes in the floor, leading down into the darkness. Mining operations hum and rumble overhead, causing bits of dust and rock to occasionally shake loose from the ceiling. Officially, this where you're walking into looks like what you would consider what's called a dead spur. It's been ignored for years. There's nobody working in this area, and it's pretty much become a dumping ground for irreparably damaged equipment. There's and so this is back to what you were doing as you're mind reading her. You get the sense that she thinks that you are part of some kind of rival gang that is here to fuck up Yates in some fashion, and she's taking you to him to gain some kind of favor, but she thinks that you're some kind of rival gang maybe coming in here trying to, because you're obviously not prisoners and stuff like that, but that's the gist of what you get. And so you realize as she's taking you through these little areas and down into the sort of lower areas, you end up in this sort of dead shaft. It's a shaft where there's no miners digging and stuff. You go through like the elevator comes down, opens up, and you walk out into this area that I'm going to load now. I'm going to take. Now she can stay. I won't even. I'll just clear this map. And clear. Oh, I think I gotta do a see all. What is this one called? Factory complex, hyperspace, ice house, iron gate, junkyard 1, 2, and 3. Mining dome is where we're at. Nightclub, Outlands, crash site, pyramid, relics, mine room. I think this is the one. So you end up down deep in the mountain. Not the mountain. You're down deep in the earth. Old mining. There's a door in the back. This door is not supposed to be there. For some reason, it must have got stuck on the map. But that's not supposed to be there. There's the odd small rellium deposit laying around. But you sort of walk out of the elevator right about here-ish, because this is sort of the most area on the map. At which point, again, I did not have this set up. Save object. Miniatures. I need some dudes. I'm just going to describe what happens. So the elevator comes down, the door opens, and you walk out into what you see here. An old abandoned dead spur. Broken shit laying around. There's pits in the ground that go off into the darkness where people were drilling down but obviously didn't find anything. So these weird pits all over the place that sort of just go off into darkness. You walk out into this area and you're standing here for maybe 30 seconds or so, something like that, when a man, I'm trying to find where Warren is. Is he in the Cyberpunk set? Who do I want to make Warren?
Wow.
Do. Oh, I like this guy. Let's make him fucking Warren Yates. I don't think I've used him. And then I'll correct the size. You guys can put yourselves on the map because I'm going to save this anyway. He walks out from behind this alleyway, this little area over here. He comes out, walks across this plank, gets right to about here. He is also accompanied by, I'm just going to use the same dude. Oh, no, I got a couple of different guys, but I'll put down this guy first. Spin him around and call him Yates gang member. F8, resize. Oops, that didn't resize him. Boom, boom, boom. Control C. Uh-oh, who's resizing my stuff?
Whoops.
It's me. I'm fucking around with the controls for Gordon. I can't seem to move him around. Must be stuck
Exactly.
on
Did it.
something.
Where are you?
He's
Oh,
trying to.
There we go.
okay.
There we go.
Control
So they must be
C.
stuck on something.
There we go.
Okay, there. The reason I'm setting this up is because you're definitely going to get into a fight. We might not do the fight right now, but we are definitely going to finish this off right here. Warren walks out, and he says to you as you walk out into this area, the woman that took you down here, different size boobs McGee, whatever her name is, she kind of runs back through here and then sort of disappears around the corner. Obviously not much of a fighter. Her heavy boobs keep her from, actually being able to swing properly. Well, actually, you know what? Oh, I'm going to bring her back in because V6 saw that she had this weird kind of killing streak. Oakham Arts, Extra Stellar. Where is she? Let's say she's this one right here. I might even make her a wild card. She reaches into her pocket. We'll just call her boobs. And pulls out a hammer. She presses a button on it. The hammer head starts to glow. You can see that there's some wires and stuff that come out of it. There's some kind of battery pack in the handle. And she's got some weird kind of homemade, vibrating, sonic, death destruction wielding hammer. That's what she's got. Warren walks out from the darkness, followed by probably 10 to 12 other people, and he says, he's like, yeah, I understand you're looking for me. That's unfortunate for you. I don't want to be found. What I wish is to learn who sent you, and then for you to die. He nods to the miners, and they attack. So he is going to take a step back. Now, it is 9:40. I don't know how long this battle is going to take. I guess we can get through it, maybe smash it out until 10 o'clock or something like that. We got 20 minutes. We'll throw some dice down, duke some of the miners out, and around 10 o'clock we'll just sort of end it where it ends. Sound like a plan?
10 o'clock will tell you how we won.
Okay, exactly. I think that's exactly what we're going to do. Okay, so with that said, let me deal out some cards to everybody. The action deck is nice and getting swirled up, and we want to go to deal to seated players. And then I'm going to take up purple, which gives me a 9. Does anybody want a new card?
Let me see. Oh, God.
Do it.
A 2? Really?
I got a 9 of clubs.
I will take one Benny and get a card.
All right. Deal to blue.
Another
Oops.
2.
Sorry. I need to take that one back. I dealt from the wrong from the wrong deck. Deal
Joker.
to blue. You got a 10. Beats me. You good? Anybody else?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who's going first? Ace? Cockwalk?
Yep.
The
Quack
terms
Quack
have been
will,
laid, and it's go time, mister.
okay. Quack will
Turn
Oh,
into bug goo.
poor thing.
use. He'll go up for the first gang member number 1.
I
Um,
conveniently moved Yates to the back.
Yeah, that guy's got a lot of movement.
Right? He's like, get him, boys. Well, it's more along the lines of these guys kind of all take like steps forward.
Yeah. He did the whole Homer into the bush thing with the
Right?
crowd.
Yeah.
Right.
Cockwalk, where are you? You're over here somewhere.
yeah.
I'm
So I've
setting
moved
you
forward
right there.
to, and he's gonna strike the first one.
Exchange gang member. Use the stats for minor. Is that what I gotta use in science fiction companion? Okay. Savage Worlds. Fortunately, I already have the minor stats open. Working on an asteroid belt or a planet rich in minerals, but with deadly atmosphere, miners are grizzled, hardy, and always seeking the big find that will enable them to retire. Unfortunately, these guys. So they got some kind of weird spacesuits on, it says. Gear, spacesuit, +1 if in space. Nope. So they don't. They're just wearing their regular jumpsuit. You walk out. They got a bunch of baseball bats, weird random stuff like wrenches and some pipes and shit like that. Yates, I think Yates might have a gun. I'm not 100% sure. What are you doing? Smacking them? Crushing them?
Yes.
Punching?
I rolled a 5. Is that enough, or if not, I'll bend you?
Sorry, they have a parry of 4.
Okay. So that's a hit then, and
Yep.
then
Roll some damage.
because he's wearing power gloves now, so that will be.
Oh, they didn't take your power gloves.
No, he didn't take me power gloves. So that will be. I think it's a. Why are you not moving, you stupid camera? Hang on. So that is going to be a D12 plus a D8, which with my brawler, a dice type, so that'd be a D12 and a D10 then.
Wow.
Do it.
All right, get after it. Crush some skulls. Damage, D8 damage.
8 damage.
That is on this guy right here.
That is on the one nearest to me, which is
Control C.
it's the gang member 1, which is
Control V.
that
Check this action out. We're going to load up the Mook, power this up, load from Mini. Yates gang member. Move add. And then I think I can go Control C. There we go. I just needed to do a thing because I just remembered I should have done this from the get-go.
Hey, Garrett, is there a way to turn down the volume of the sound effects there?
I just went to Murder Hobo Audio and just turned it down there.
Yeah, it's not him. The sound effects that you're hearing are actually sort of built into the.
It's not the guy. I tried that.
I think it's menu.
Under music.
Is it music?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's menu and yeah, that's it.
Auto players have the audio clip.
Configuration, sound.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
game
it's
volume.
Yeah, configuration, sound, game volume should be in there. Changes the in-game volume of objects, and then just slide it down. Try that. I'm not 100% sure where the audio is coming from, if that makes sense. Like it's a cube that's stuffed into this map somewhere, but I didn't make the map, so I don't know where it's at. So that is the best I can do for you.
All right. Well, see what happens.
Try and shrink that down. There we go.
Yeah, I've reduced it all to 0 and it's still going.
I don't hear it at all. Actually hard to tell because I'm running my Discord on my app, my Mac, and got this running on my PC.
There, I'll move this guy up. Okay, Pete, sorry, I just wanted to put this on here so that I could put the shaken on. Not enough damage to power fist this guy in the cranium, but it is enough damage to shake him. I hit the plus, turn the green on to remind myself that that guy is shaken.
Okay.
And these guys can go. Yeah, I wish I could find it. I don't know if maybe I don't think my settings will affect it, but I'm not sure where it's at. Sorry, Corey.
Okay. Yep, no worries.
Pete, you got anything else you want to do?
No, that's me done.
All right. Arnie, I believe you're next. No, wait a second. Arnie's got a 10 of spades and 10 of diamonds. Yeah, Arnie and then Ziomara.
Okay. It's crowded. Is Ziamara directly behind Cocklock?
I guess she is. That looks the way. That's the way it looks.
Okay, I will go next to her, I guess.
Okay.
And I will punch the Yates gang member with my cyber arm, which has a reach of 10 feet.
This guy here?
Nice.
Yeah.
The shaken guy?
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you take your? Are you going to take your sock puppet off it?
Huh? No way.
You said you had a sock arm thing going on there. That's going to
Yeah,
soften
of course
the
I'm
blow.
not going to take it off.
Yeah.
No, it's
Cushion.
not. I didn't pat it.
It's cushioned by the sock.
It's a sock.
Parry 4.
Oof.
I have a hard stop at 1.
That's
Hit with a raise.
a little bit.
Okay. Roll your damage.
So that's strength plus D6. Plus
He's still
D6.
a little dazed from the clackers, from Pete's clackers. Cockwalk's clackers.
19 damage.
19 damage. All right, you literally vaporized this guy's head. Your arm reaches out with such force that when it hits this guy in the face, it goes right through him. He's left there standing as you retract your arm with a hole in his head that everybody can see directly through. Brains, guts, all sorts of gross, disgusting entrails from his melon, spray all over his buddies that are standing back there. All of them scream, "Bob!"
Yeah.
Like they're shocked that he went down into a ball of flames. And there's nothing left but a mutated pile of goo on the ground where you've absolutely
say-
annihilated this guy.
No flesh for the meat bags.
This guy looks, he's like, "I can't believe what you did to Bob. Everybody get him." Ziamara?
Ziamara, we have no weapons on us. This is
Nope.
not good. Now that guy had a weapon in his hand that just got destroyed, right?
He's going to have some kind of baseball bat or a pipe or something like that. Yep.
Yeah, she'll scoop up, move
Excuse
up,
me.
grab it, and then try and assault the Yates gang member in front of her.
Okay.
She'll move up here if you allow that, and then she'll move there, blocking access to the rest of the gang, and she'll try and hit this guy. What kind of weapon? You said it's a pipe or a baseball bat or something?
Yeah, it's a pipe or something like that. Sure. It's it falls under fucking my
Improvised
brain
weapon.
sometimes. Yeah, improvised weapon.
Oh, it's improvised, so it's the -2 to hit.
Yeah, I think so.
Great.
Page
Should have done-
102.
So everybody's getting a -2 with these. Okay, well, oops. Let me just put that here. All right, so I'll take a swing at him. 2 actions, but I only have 1 weapon. He didn't have anything more, just a 1 weapon, right?
Yeah, he just has some kind of weird pipe thing. So improvised weapon says heroes often fight with objects that aren't intended for use as weapons. Torches, vases, chairs, tankards, bottles, tools, and other mundane items are frequently pressed into service. Characters with improved weapons count as armed, but subtract 2 from attack rolls. Range and damage and minimum strength are determined by type. So you've got like a submachine gun, a club. So you've got a medium, what's considered a medium. So the damage is going to be strength plus D6. Or minimum strength D6. It's kind of like some
that.
kind of club thing.
So it's -2 to hit and damage?
Nope.
Just to confirm?
Yeah,
just
range.
hit. Okay.
It's there should have been a period in there, but I just read it fast. Range, damage, and minimum strength are determined by type. There's light, medium, and
Okay.
heavy. You fall under medium, so your damage is strength plus d6 with this thing, but you get a -2 to attack with it.
Gotcha. All right, so she'll hit him with that, and a second attack, she'll just reach out and punch him in the face,
All right.
or just try and you know what? She'll do that depending what happens. She'll punch him in the face, or maybe grab the weapon if he's down. So she'll go.
Okay.
Here we go. That is a 4.
Yeah, he has parry of 4, so that's good. You hit.
All right, so a d6. Here we go.
Should be just strength, right? Oh no,
Strength with
sorry.
the weapon, right?
You picked it up. Strength plus d6.
So that's 8 points.
8 is going to be enough to shake him.
Okay, then I guess she'll follow up with a punch to the face. Now unarmed combat. So I guess that's just a.
Yep, that's going to be straight strength. So you're going to roll regular attack and then just straight strength damage for punching.
No, it's a miss. All right, there we go.
All right,
Done.
swing and a miss. Who goes next? Me, I think. I got a 9. Where's Charles? Or where's 6? And Charles is done. So it's just me and Vay. Sweet.
I got
Okay.
6, so I think I'm at the bottom of the line here.
All right. This guy is going to make a spirit roll. I gotta figure out what he's got for fucking spirit. Science fiction. Minor spirits. What are they? D6. I'm just gonna. Fucking fuck off. I hate it when I try and move the thing and it grabs that top bar. I'm just gonna scroll out. I'm rolling somebody's D6. See if I can't unshake. Oh, critical fail. This guy, he's stumbling around back and forth like he's kind of punch drunk and shit like that. And you see him just sort of like take a sideways walk over here and he falls onto the track. And I'm going to put him upside down and I'm just going to lock him down in here somewhere. He falls off the edge onto where this track is and you just hear this thud as his face just absolutely like cracks into this metal railing. So hard that it vibrates this cart that's right here, and the cart starts rolling down the track, and eventually, in this round, it just kind of runs over top of him and takes him out. He gets squished underneath it. I'm gonna move up my other dudes here. These guys are like, fucking get that guy. Do you see what he did to fucking Bob? And they charge forward. Come on, Yates gang member. Fuck off. Move forward. Take that off. These guys all jump across the rail. Just let me get my movements in here. Skaboosh. They jump over here into the fray. This guy too, he jumps across. This guy runs up here somewhere. Warren Yates is in the back. He's pointing and yelling. So, I think I got enough for maybe a couple of guys. This guy's going to stand over top of the body. Bunch of dudes behind. Cockwalk.
Okay, so Quack will use his first strike then as he steps into reach.
Yep, I'll rate on this guy.
Oh, you did it. Congrats.
Yeah, at last.
Yay.
Go.
Nice.
So,
Crush him.
Crush him. So, where's the... Yes. And that will be... the first one, and then he's going to use his two-fisted. So this one will be at -2.
Okay, so you don't even have to worry about it. You hit him so hard that you've completely knocked him out. Right? You did 12 points of damage to him? Right? You hit him with the 7, and then your damage...
but as he's knocked out, I'm going to sort of chin him with the second one.
All
like
right.
raise him up. As he's falling, chin him with the second one.
You want to extra kill him?
Oh, yeah. So as he starts to fall to the ground, I'll just knock him for another 10 as well.
All right, 2 blood splats right in front of you. That second pincher claw catches him right in the throat. I think you're going to tear out a bit of his throat as he falls to the ground after you've grabbed onto him with your gigantic pincher. He hits the ground. You hear this as the air in his lungs just sort of comes out and gurgles up through his throat. Blood spatters out on the ground, and his tongue is hanging out where it's through his opening in his throat. This guy, they're all super pissed. They're like, "Holy shit! You see what he did to Jimmy?" And so yeah, I'm gonna start fucking duking out. Where's Arnie? Arnie's in the back. These guys, are you guys going to make an attempt to hold the line? Is that what you're doing? Because these guys are trying to push their way through.
I think if they kind of,
Don't
it's
let
like
them get to
extract.
me.
Well, hold on. If it's extraction, I figure it's like extraction. If they're trying to withdraw from combat, which they're basically doing, let them go and we get a free attack.
Well, they're not trying to
So-
withdraw. They're trying to push their way through. There's like 12 of them, and they're trying to push their way through so they can beat up 6 in the back, and get after Arnie because he did
Nope.
some serious damage.
I am heroic and I will stand my ground.
Okay.
I owe 6 my life.
We're gonna do this. This guy here is going to
I
make
forgot
a.
that.
Huh?
They took all our weapons, right? They took all our weapons.
Yes.
Anything that's not considered a weapon is all right. So she would still have her shield unless you want it removed. If they take it, they take it. I'll leave that up to you.
It's a personal shield. You can throw it on the ground and create a shield in front of you, kind of a thing.
No,
Or
no, I'm
do you-
talking about the Captain Carter shield, the little round circle that she had there from
Yep.
way back.
Sure.
She still has that. So
just increases your armor class.
yeah, that's it. All right, go for it. And it
Um,
can be used as an weapon as well, but yeah, never mind.
So I
It's
am
not bad.
going to do a push, I think. It's not so much a grapple as it is a push. I gotta fucking find out what the fuck push does, because it is a whole thing. Push. Sometimes a character may want to push a foe in hopes of knocking him out of position. Opposed strength roll. If the attacker is successful, he pushes the foe back. So that's kind of what is happening with these front guys. They're trying to push you guys out of the way so that they can get through. Gordo, let's see what my miner has here. I don't think they got that much strength, but they do have a D6 in strength. So I'm going to roll Charles. I'm going to roll your D6. The first one's going to try and push. Oh, yeah. That's what I like to see. 11. He charges you. Gordo. He's trying to push you out of the way.
Yeah, 10.
You're going to let him push you?
Sure.
All right. So he, according to push rules, can shove you. An attacker who push must make a. If the attack rolls at least 2 yards, he can push. Because he is running at 4 yards, he can push +2 to his total. Size matters. Creatures may generally not push a foe more than 2 sizes larger, but I don't think you are. Attacks, shields, attackers, and defenders add their shield parry bonus to your strength when trying not to be pushed. So 4 yards.
Orax, thick, strong, well near. No, part of my ability is he's size +2. So.
Size matters. Creatures may not generally push a foe more than 2 sizes, so he can still push you. He's going to shove you, if I can grab onto you, back over into this direction. I'm going to say he makes an opening. You land right about there. As he's running by, he's trying to get into the back. So you might make it to there somewhere. I'm going to try and push Ziomara. Now, it says that you get your shield parry bonus to your roll. So this guy here is going to make an attempt to try and shove you out of the way.
So
D6?
we make opposed
Yep,
D6
I'm
rolls.
rolling. Okay. Yes! Come on, sucker. Beat my 10.
Oh, look at that.
Get out of
That
town.
is a 9. That's a 9.
It's good. So not enough. Same thing for you. You get shoved back a little bit. I'm going to knock you sort of over this way a little bit. But what I am going to say is that it's enough of an opening that is going to allow these guys to sort of just end up something like so. They all kind of just charge in. Warren Yates is back here. He takes a step forward. He's laughing. He's like, ah, ha, 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 ha. You're gonna die. And yeah, now I'm just gonna take random
So
swings at
we
the
can
lot of you.
all take hits at the people that ran past us, right?
I don't. Do you get hits on everybody? On maybe on one of
Well, at
them.
least one. Yeah.
Sure.
One, I'd say, yeah, one's that exit our square or whatever. I don't know how that works. Because I mean, that's what the extraction's for, from withdrawing from combat. Directly withdrawing from combat from you, but they're going to an adjacent square, right? Or a square past us. Maybe.
Well, there's definitely at least a few that got past all of us. So
Mhm.
I'll just take a hit. You can.
I'll give you one attack on one of them because there's just so many that have sort of bombed their way through there that you wouldn't be able to swing at all
Right.
of them. But yeah, you can
Uh,
take a swing at the nearest guy.
Like myself is included?
Sure.
Everyone that they went past.
Okay, all right. Big numbers.
Well, Gordon gets
Oh yeah, here we go. Here we
Gordo.
go with a raise. With a
Gordo
raise.
turns this guy into a nice big splash as he runs by. I don't know how did you take that guy out, Gordon? That's some serious damage there.
Oh,
that's
well,
a
as he
hit.
tried to run by, he just does the old he just kind of swings with a big old clothesline. Fucking
Nice.
knocks his head right back. Just basically breaks his neck and just his whole head just folds backwards.
Time slows down as you do this, and as you crush him in the face with maybe your robotic arm, you realize like the sheer intensity and power that you've gained in this bad boy because it's made out of metal. You don't feel a thing. You smash this guy in the face, time slows down, blood sprays everywhere, and there's a single chiclet, one of his teeth, just sort of rotating in the air as it sort of falls to the ground. You hear it ting on the ground, and then everything speeds back up. Anybody else kill anybody?
Yeah, I rolled a 16.
All right. How do you
I
take
will,
out this
yeah.
guy?
This one, as he's reaching for 6, she realizes she gets pissed off at that he actually managed to push her aside with her forearms. She spins around, and just as he's rushing past her, she turns around, smashes him in the ankle. Actually, like the gift there, she just turns around, smashes his ankle, crushes it completely. And I guess he dies of shock. He just falls down and smashes his head. Blood everywhere.
Nice. I'm going to move this guy back over here. Something like that. Okay. 6. Is there anything you wanted to do to these guys while they're making their way? You don't have first strike or anything like that?
No, I'm just a defenseless psychopath.
All right. Fantastic.
Psy Hunter,
where's-
psychopath are both. Call them A, a little bit of call them B.
Where's
Depends on her
Boobs?
mood.
Is Boobs in
Oh, is
here?
it my turn?
No, it's still my turn. I just was
okay.
rushing
All right,
past
go ahead.
everybody. I'm going to take a shot with one of my miners. He's going to swing and try and take out Charles. This one's on you. Oh, fuck yeah, I'm
And
rolling
I'm
hot with your dice.
I'm a real person and I'm not in the game.
Well, simmer down, mister. 10.
Oh, that's so mean.
Does 10 hit?
10 will hit with a raise.
With a raise. So strength plus, shit, what did I say improvised weapons were? Daryl, was it strength plus D6?
Strength with D6.
Yes, no, it's strength
you.
plus D6. If it's a medium
So
weapon, it's +6.
Oof.
And
I
it's a
am
-2
going
to hit.
roll
Don't forget you have a -2. Yeah.
strength plus D6 plus D6. So strength plus 2D6. Well, it's going to be just 3D6 across the board by the looks of it. I just had to check the minor out.
It's with a raise, right?
Yeah,
Even with the -2. Oh wow.
I got to roll one
plus
more
damage.
time.
Because you didn't like the first one?
No, it's 3D6. I only rolled 2D6. Right? So it didn't. So it's 3 plus 1 plus 8. Hits you for 12 points.
Mm-hmm. I will soak.
You're just going to be shaken. You have a toughness of 9. Do I need to play your character for you?
Ouch.
Take that, mister. So you are going to be shaken. Stop yawning. Am I boring you?
Yeah, we're past game time. Come on.
All right.
Chip chop.
There we go. I think that's you.
Past Pete's bedtime.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm going to save. No, wait a second. Who has to go yet? Gordo and Vey. But hang tight. I want to check something out here because I'm going to attack you with boss prisoner page add and laser pistol. So he is going to shoot Arnie with his laser pistol. And I got to look up boss prisoner guy on here. Boss prisoner, what do we get for stats? There he
0.
is. He has a shooting of D6. And I believe... Oh, he's not a friggin' wild card. Okay. So I'm going to try and... Fuck off, man. That's the fucking third time today it's shrunk the fucking screen. That is super irritating when I try and move my shit out of the way and I shrink the screen size. Take this in the face. Oh, that's awesome. I rolled a 10.
Fuck, man. You're rolling like a fiend.
3d6.
Fuck.
Charles, you're going to take 11 points of damage. You're already shaken, so that's going to equate to 1 wound.
No, I'm hardy. I don't take a second.
What? You fucking cheater. All right.
Everybody eat their vegetables.
I see how
Read
it
the
is.
rules.
I see how it is. All right, Gordo, I'm going to smack you with my guy. See if I can't hit you.
Sure.
Nope. And last but not least, Cockwalk. Does 5 hit your armor or break your toughness?
My toughness. No.
Sorry, your parry.
5.
Your parry.
Oh, no, 5. No.
Okay, that's going to be it for my turn. My dudes have all moved. Everybody's been fucking smashed and kicked the shit out of. Warren Yates is fired. The only person I don't see on here is Boobs. Did she die? That's not Boobs. That's not Boobs.
Maybe she's
No
under the
one
cart.
attacked her, I don't think.
Man.
I think she's under the cart.
All right. Gordo, what are you doing?
Oh shit. What's your
Sorry,
card? I've only got
I might have fucked that up. 6, are you next? You're next. My bad.
Yeah,
6
I'm
is...
next. I guess I'm 8. I have 8 of diamonds.
Yeah, you're up.
All right.
Get him
Well, I
six.
want to play my card. Arcane Inspiration gives me +2 to all power activations,
Nice.
and I'll cast telekinesis.
Nice. Gotta love that.
All right. This was a raise.
I sense a rock coming.
Is no one has taken any damage yet, right? Looking at my friends.
No,
doesn't look
nobody's
it.
taken damage.
And what if these areas outside of this walkway?
There's
It's
Boobs.
just the
That is a
ground?
big
them?
boot.
Damn.
The area out there.
Yep. It's just
Just
regular
ground.
ground. Yeah.
All right. Before I get hit, I'm going to cast telekinesis on myself then.
Okay.
And move myself over here.
Whoa. cheater, pumpkin eater. All right.
Yeah, so I raise into the air and float over here and land on this walk.
All right. Gordo.
Let's see here. Where am I? Sitting here. Okay. He's gonna get himself right in the middle of these 3. Right here. You can see him move 8 and let that out. So he's got himself in the middle of those 3. He's going to take a swing. He's going to use a sweep in there, so he gets a -2. But all he has to do is roll once. And let's see here. Where's my fighting? Do. Perfect.
Get him,
-2.
Gordon.
And I'll Benny that.
I will steal your Benny.
I'm not 100% sure. I got 3 dice that just rolled. Never should have
Nobody
happened,
knows.
So, what's that?
I said
I don't
nobody
know.
knows.
Anyway, fuck it. Anyways, there's a should be at least a 4. I don't know if that counts. Or
Well, your 10 would count. Because
would
it's
count?
your it's
Perfect.
yeah that's your wild die roll. Your wild die roll
Got
to
it.
10.
Got it. Perfect. Nope. Even better. So that's 10, and damage is strength plus D4. Is that going to be a raise on those guys or no?
10 is a raise. Yes, they have a parry of 6.
Perfect.
Science fiction companion, they have a parry of 4. So yes, it is definitely a raise.
Fuck off. That's not what I want.
Critical fail.
Yeah.
You spin in a circle for hours on end until you
It's
puke
not,
on
this is
everybody.
my damage. Hold on a second. Strength D6
Projectile
and
vomit.
4. There it is. What the fuck? It's not even rolling my goddamn dice.
Yeah, it's working. It's working at my end.
No.
10 damage.
Oh, it's not
Nice.
looking at my. Anyways, I'll take the 10. That's fine.
Yep. Okay, so that is enough to knock. Now, sweep applies to all of them. You get extra bonuses
All
for
3 of
anything.
them.
All
I
3 of
should
them.
be rolling damage on. I should be rolling damage on them individually. Right. So it's one
Okay.
attack roll, but you roll damage individually. So one of them takes 10.
Okay. First guy goes down in a fucking ball of flames.
Yeah. Second one's just a 5.
Yep.
And third one. Looks like it's a 7.
7, I believe, is enough to shake this guy.
Okay.
Where is he?
Let's see,
Let me pull
where
him
we're sitting
back.
at here.
He's shooken, shaken, shooked.
But not
Okay,
stirred.
perfect. So I'm going to play my card, the Adrenaline Surge,
Yep.
which gives me an immediate extra turn,
Okay.
complete with a move. So now I want to go into the middle of here. Ideally, I like to get 4 swings, but I'll just move into the middle here of the 4 and make that the exact same move.
Okay. So you want to
let's see
kind of
here.
move right into here somewhere? And do it again.
Yeah. The exact same thing. Just a sweep and a big old swing all the way around.
Okay. Let him have it.
All right. What was that fighting again? Fighting's 10. And a -2. That'll be a 4. What's their parry?
It's, 4.
So that should be enough. That's 4s all around then.
Okay, so you hit everybody.
Okay, and that's 3 targets. So here's your first.
First
That wasn't
guy.
a raise.
Oh man, 9 points of damage on Boobs.
Yep.
Boobs goes down. Her vibrating hammer clunks to the ground.
Perfect.
Dual purpose.
She screams a little bit. Oh.
Second damage roll should be, well, let's say just a 5, but we'll take it, whatever.
Not even enough to shake the second guy.
You know what? Fuck it. Take a Benny on that one.
All right.
You know, it's funny. I click the dice and like shit's showing up. It shouldn't even be there.
Flip this guy over. He goes down in a ball of flames.
Sure. And
2
then
more.
last one is 2 more.
Yeah.
1,
There was
2,
4 guys.
3.
Well, 1 more. This will be the guy behind you.
Yeah, it's just 1 more.
6 points.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm good.
Okay.
With it.
I got a bunch of shook dudes. And that will conclude this round. We're 15 minutes past. So what happens is, to end this one, Warren sees that all of his guys are getting knocked out. Obviously, he fucking bit off more than he can chew. He screams, "Boobs, my girl!" And then he books it over into here behind a door and locks the door. I'll put a door there for next time. But then that's where we'll end it.
Nice.
Yates has fucked off into the dungeon, locked the door in front of you guys, and yeah, he's behind it. Let me pack my map. And then we can pick this up next time. I'll leave the cards and shit where everything is because I can just save it the way that it is. Games. Overwrite. We will pick up the next game right in the middle of combat. I'm going to shut this sucker down. Outro. Here we go. Boom.
The Murder Hobo RPG show is not affiliated with or endorsed by any companies mentioned on the show. Any of the products that are mentioned on our show or that appear on any of our content are property and copyright of the respective owners. All items are used under fair use for education and review purposes. All other items are the intellectual property of the Murder Hobo RPG show, copyright 2022, all rights reserved.